IGN, The Quartering, Timcast, The Daily Wire, Bounding into Comics, and even Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
What?
Hey, the Pro Show is on!
Awesome! Let's turn it on.
Guys? Where'd you go?
Morty, let's check in on Brian Johnson's new trilogy.
Okay.
I bypassed the compressor.
What did you do, Ray?
Son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
Now, he was okay, after 6-7 weeks. Okay? They get over it. Kids are resilient like that.
Yeah. I hate it.
It's the standard, what would George do?
I don't want you here.
So sorry, George, I didn't think it would go like this.
Plummy, you fools.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Weird.
Stay away from liquor, kids.
I have always liked Cowabunga.
Cowabunga!
Now that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
The Force will be with you. Always.
That's how winning is done.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
That's what she said.
I am Batman.
If I won tonight, I would come home and we'd celebrate. Well, I'm coming home, we're celebrating. God bless you all.
Watch your habits, for they become your character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. What we think, we become.
It's scooping time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 2 minutes, the lighting at the Magic Kingdom will dim for the performance of the Pro Show. We hope you enjoy and have a magical, truthful time. For the safety of others, please, no flash photography. And welcome to Provision 3D.
All right, everyone, put on your opera glasses. Oh boy, Chop off now. I'm so excited.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
You know that you've been taught the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Yes, Paul.
Autobots, roll out.
I'm bringing the party to you.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money?
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
Chicken jockey!
All right, it's time to go to school, son. Come on, get your hands up, man.
Are you okay?
They'll never take our freedom!
When the hate and the shields stole your thrills, then took away your fun. Heroes gone, the stories rocked, and movies turned to mud. But don't give up the battle, 'cause there's a man right by your side. He's winning versus walkies every day. Marvin Montanero. Let's all call on TPP when truth is on your side. The fun don't have to hide. Montanero turns the culture tide in the nick of time. Marvin is his name. Montanero. Oh, sing it one more time. Montanero. TPP. Marvin Montanero. Haters can't hate on a guy so great. Marvin. Faster than a plaid can run. Happy birthday, Mars number Marvin is his
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best time you're going to have on any Tuesday. Marv, you take the top left slot, sir. You're number one today. Happy birthday, Marv.
Thank you guys very much. This is, I usually go away for my birthday. This is the first year that I'm not in a long time. So I can think of no better place that I'd rather be than here on the Pro Show with all you guys. That was really, really nice. Thank you guys so much.
Faster than a plaid run. Happy birthday, Marv. You're number one.
That said, okay, I thought it said something very different, and I was like, whoa.
No, whoa, easy. No, we're going to get all kinds of embarrassing with Katie in just a minute. And Eric. Do you know which Eric it is? Well, folks, we'll tell you in a minute. But before we start that, we have a guest who brings the bling. A guy who shines and is ready to bring this Tuesday into a better place. It's not just a Tuesday.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Shut up, M. Bison. It's not Tuesday today. It's not just any old Tuesday. It's a special Tuesday because of this guy.
Let's take extra care to follow the instructions or you'll be put to sleep. And don't forget Taco Tuesday's coming next week. That's the day every rule-following citizen gets a free taco and my love.
No. It's not Taco. Folks, it's a special Tuesday. We've got a guest who's never been on the show. We should do it live.
Do it live.
It's Verbal Riot, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Man, we're excited to have you. We're excited to have you. And what a backdrop. I mean, you're making Fake Wizard look bad these days.
Well, you know what? I'm always at the bar anyways, so I figure I might as well just have a background that kind of displays that. I just hope I don't get you guys demonetized today. Like, that's my goal.
Listen,
get you demonetized.
We're running a dangerous gamut to start off with, I promise you. So get ready for the gambit, folks. We're talking Katy Perry. Will she go to jail?
Oh, no.
And then we're talking Eric Swalwell. So, oh my gosh.
Oh, that Eric.
Get ready. Yeah, because it turns out without the new media, I'm not sure he would be facing what he's facing. But boy, what a way to start. And then if that's not enough, folks, what if we told you that we know now the woman behind destroying one of your favorite franchises, which up until now was doing just fine, but she's inclined to take it down. We'll bring it all out. But Jonas, first, the Super Chats.
Let's hit it. Juliet for £2. Evening WDW Pro Panel and Pro Rights.
Evening, Juliet. And folks, I want you to hold your ears because it's a little loud. We haven't played this in a while, but I was feeling remiss. I was looking through our clips earlier today, and I thought, you know what? We have not been taking care enough of our moderators, saying thank you to them. So, folks, here you go. Thank you, mods. We appreciate you.
That's right. Medmutt gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Look at that. Good to see you, Medmutt. And hold on. Says for 10. So if Katy Perry goes to jail, will she get... Oops, sorry, bro. I'm using big words lefties won't know. Happy birthday, Marvin. Mine was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Can you imagine Trudeau going to jail to get his Katy Perry on?
What if she flees to Canada? I mean, that is
she claims asylum in Canada
of having the former prime minister as your timepiece.
She flees America and goes to Canada for a crime committed in Australia.
Crikey!
I mean, it's a win-win for everybody.
Right.
Wait a minute, Jonas. We got to celebrate Medmut.
This is one big cultural appropriation, don't you think?
What do you mean? We're just celebrating the year of Medmut.
God dang it, from the bottom of our hearts here on the WDW Pro Channel, thank you.
And folks, we really appreciate those gifted memberships today because tomorrow night we're going to be releasing early access to the beta for our brand new video game that we're putting out there. It's called Zax, and we're going to be releasing that early access beta to all members of the channel. So giving those memberships is like giving a free video game away. Thank you, Medmut. We appreciate you.
You know, maybe she could also run back into space because I remember feeling really good when I knew she wasn't on the Earth at the moment.
It made me feel better. I think the whole Earth felt lighter.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Anyways, Paul, 12,000 for $10. I want to thank you for allowing Wilton to invite me in to play Fortnite with you guys on Sunday night on that game place. Please at least subscribe. It is fun. I need to get used to StreamYard.
We had a great time on that game place on Sunday night, and we'll be doing a live stream tonight on that game place. The March to 5K is underway, and of course, this is a channel that we've brought back, we resurrected, and it has been just a wonderful time. The joy in setting it up where everybody who's viewing gets an opportunity to join in and play the games with us. What a great time. What a great time. Come join us tonight, folks. We'll be doing some more.
And Paul also says for $2, happy birthday to Marvin.
Happy birthday.
He ran away. I think he's getting old, and sometimes it's hard to hold it in. Charlie Zulu Oscar, member for 27 months. Thank you very much for being a member for that long. That's an amazing amount of time. Barry the Music Man for 150 sends in a super sticker, and it's a Northbound Zax. No,
well, thank you so much.
I can't see the stickers from where I'm at right now. I'll get you back in a second, though. Kalioth for 5. What a show with WDW Pro. Jonas is black, and Marvin's turning 18. Tacos for all from Mexican Taco Iron Man.
Oh, Mexican Taco Iron Man. I never knew he had a middle name.
We just don't talk about it. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $2. Good day, all. May the tuft be with you.
Stay tuft out there, folks.
Hanging tuft. Bruce Newhouse, member for 7. I hope we don't attempt to extradite Katy.
I say just leave her where she is.
Wherever she is, well, that's where she'll be, and she'll be making the same awful music that she has made.
But let us never forget, Jonas, that she did bring us Left Shark. And for that, the world owes some degree of gratitude.
Did she
Left
really?
Shark at the Super Bowl was really something.
Does she really deserve credit for that, though? I think that's a choreographer going off on their own, doing their own thing.
Could be.
Cano Ellis for became a YouTube member at the Pro Silver level. Thank you very much.
Hi-ho, and welcome aboard.
Yep. Archer Merchant for 5. They should complete the WB merger early just to spite the 1,000. That's going to be funny.
Folks, we got to say a huge thank you, though, and we'll be paying attention to that, but we're paying attention to this right now. That Park Place sister channel has just hit 30K subscribers. Jonas?
Wow.
I think a celebration's on the way.
Sure. A celebration with, by the way, cake. Thank you very much, Barry the Music Man, for the cake.
Perfect cake. Birthday cake. It's Marvin's birthday, and we're at 30K on That Park Place. What a way to start the show. Verbal Riot is here, and he's bringing the fireworks. Folks, we can't even begin without celebrating all of you and what you're doing for us. The dream to stream coming true.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Perfect!
All right, Marv, what are we going to do for 30K? What should we do for That Park Place? What do you think?
We're definitely going to need to have a special celebratory stream for it.
Yes.
I like to catch Marv when he thinks I'm going to go Jonas as soon as he takes a bite, and he's like, "Why, bro? Why did you do this to me?"
I'm having birthday crab rangoon.
Whoa! I'm on the way, man. I am on the way. Hey guys, before we get into the first big story, Verbal Riot, would you mind to tell the folks out there, they may not know who you are. They should. We wish they would. But in case the few, the far between, have not seen what you're doing on YouTube yet, share with us, please. What is it you do, sir?
Look, I do commentary, man. I am a part of Film Threat. Always will be. Even though right now, they're in Vegas having a good time without me. I love my boys, Chris Gore, Alan Ing. They're out there covering CinemaCon. But no, I do entertainment commentary and social commentary and just kind of shit on society as a whole. So
now, Verbal Riot, question for you.
While trying to stay monetized, by the way.
That's right, stay monetized. Question for you though. Out of CinemaCon, what is one of the things you're looking forward to in terms of what we might find out? I know Godzilla -0. We're waiting. We could get info on that any minute now. But there's some other movies and some other franchises that we're watching at CinemaCon. What are you waiting for?
To be honest with you, man, I don't know if there's a whole lot as far as what CinemaCon goes. I mean, there are movies I am looking forward to this year, right? I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 2. Looking forward to Street Fighter. Big fighting game guy, so obviously I'm into that. I'm looking forward to Doom, of course, like everybody else. And from what I hear, they are going to show some things from Doom 3 at CinemaCon, which I'm waiting to hear from. But yeah, even the Michael Jackson movie, kind of looking forward to that. So there are a few things that I'm kind of waiting to see.
Fantastic.
It's been a while since Anton Fuqua has done or however his name is pronounced, since I've seen him do like a movie that's not something with a lot of action in it. So I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, we are getting, and we should be over the next little bit, we should be getting news about Godzilla -0 because at CinemaCon right now, they're showing some stuff. And we are getting some stuff. Take a look at this. Covered up by Adobe Acrobat. We love that ad. I don't think that's where that ad's supposed to go. So, but we're going to leave it up because we're on MovieWeb. Yep, that is definitely some odd code. Godzilla -1 director's new sci-fi epic gets first look and release. And you can see there the robot, a giant robot in Godzilla -0. No?
That can't be right. That can't be right.
Okay. It's Grand Gear. It's Grand Gear. Shown at CinemaCon last night. Okay. But Godzilla -0, we should get info in just a wee bit on that one. And
wait, so that looks a lot like Pacific Rim. Is that really what Grand Gear looks like?
I was going to say
maybe. I'll be honest, I can't really see it because that ad is covering it up, so I am rapidly trying to find. Oh, and the code for MovieWeb also has me locked up on my browser, so I can't exit MovieWeb. Genius.
Well,
they're having a great day over there. They're having a great day. All right, folks, let's get underway. We got to talk about a girl who, she kissed a girl and she liked it. Maybe the other girl did not. So let's dive in right now. Katy Perry, the question is she going to jail? Will Katy Perry be behind bars? And you might think we're facetious. In this case, no, this is real. She might be in actual trouble. We'll explain why right now. Ruby Rose is making major allegations against Katy Perry. And in this case, there's actually a threat to the celebrity who once sang, "I kissed a girl and I liked it." From Variety by Zach Sharf, it says Ruby Rose accuses Katy Perry of assault. Perry's rep slams claims as categorically false and dangerous lies. And yeah, they are dangerous to Katy Perry. We'll explain why. We do need to give you an update, though, that's just breaking. Apparently, Ruby Rose has declared on one of her social media accounts that she just left a jail or a prison area, reporting at a police station. Hang tight. This thing's getting spicy. She was called out. Some people were saying, well, you're brave enough to say this online, but not brave enough to report it. She responded and said, just leaving the police station. Batgirl in Orange is the new black actor Ruby Rose alleged on Threads that Katy Perry assaulted her at a nightclub in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's Batwoman.
Way to go, Variety.
Come on, Variety. Step it up, Variety. Now you guys are going to turn us into James Gunn. Rose was responding. Rose was responding to a post published by Complex that covered Perry's reaction to Justin Bieber's headlining set at the Coachella Music Festival. And Rose wrote back, Katy Perry assaulted me at a Spice Market nightclub in Melbourne, Australia. Who gives a crapola what she thinks? The representative for Perry reacted to the claim in a statement of Variety that reads, the allegations being circulated on social media by Ruby Rose about Katy Perry are not only categorically false, they're dangerous, reckless lies. Ms. Rose has a well-documented history of making serious public allegations on social media against various individuals, claims that have repeatedly been denied by those named. I guess believe all women is now out the door because we don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, checkmate.
Well, now it's a tricky one, right? It's
right. Which of the all women are we going to believe this time?
Exactly. Which
I think she was quoted saying, this legal charge is going to look. This legal charge will be perfect when it fits a woman.
By the way,
ready.
I have so many questions about this story as a whole. Like I'm trying to understand the logistics of what happened, right? Because Ruby Rose claims that Katy Perry slid her panties to the side and rubbed her vagina on her face at a nightclub. How does this even happen logistically, right? Like, were they standing? Look, I'm just trying to do the math
I've got answers, Verbal Riot. Hang on, I'll tell you. Apparently, according to Ruby Rose, she was laying down on her best friend's lap. This is out of Variety.
At a club.
At a club, laying down on her best friend's lap when Katy Perry put her nether regions, don't know if any sharks or crabs were found there, but her nether regions onto poor Ruby Rose's face. And then here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, I mean,
Says,
if you're a wrestling fan, you've ever watched a Rikishi match, it's pretty much that.
Says, after that, I threw up on her, which would be to say that she projectile vomited. I told the story publicly, but changed it to be a funny little drunk story because I didn't know how else to handle it. Later, she agreed to help me get my U.S. visa, so I kept it a secret, but I did tell y'all she wasn't a good person. You know, Katy giveth, Katy taketh away, I guess. But here you go. Folks out of that Park Place, we're covering this right now. Is she likely to land in court? And this is what is important, right? If we go down, this is amazing to me. The denial matters because at this stage, the case exists in the public sphere as an allegation and rebuttal, not as a criminal filing or court-tested record. Rose has publicly made the allegation, says it happened a long time ago. But here's the question. Can this go to court? It's 20 years old. Can it go to court?
I think the statute of limitations have run out on this particular thing. Because to be honest with you, okay, there's assault and there's assault. And we're assuming this actually happened, right? We're assuming that Katy Perry, at the height of her career, slid her panties to the side and jumped on this woman's face, right? I mean, let's just take it at face value. Again, 20 years ago. And she's a big pop star. Nothing's going to happen to her. Like, nothing's going to come of this.
And nothing may, but
there is no statute of limitations when it comes to, like, SA.
Well, that's what's interesting about this is that Katy Perry, had she done this in America, if she did it at all, I mean, listen, we presume innocence, right? But had Katy Perry done this in America, she's off the hook. Statute of limitations. Here's what's fascinating. Because she did it down under. Oh, come on. I'm talking about Australia. What did you guys... Australia. Come on, people. Go watch an episode of Bluey. You'll learn how they talk down there. The phrase statute of limitations is often used as shorthand for legal deadline after which a criminal case can no longer be brought. However, in Victoria, Australia, the article says, where the alleged incident reportedly occurred, historical offenses can still be reported, and serious offense matters are not generally treated the same way as minor summary offenses. Victoria Police maintains channels for reporting historical charges, and according to Ruby Rose in a recent social media post, she says she was at a police station. Was she in Victoria? Was she in Australia? We don't know, folks. But there's no statute of limitations.
All Katy Perry has to do is not go back to Australia, right?
I would not recommend that she go back to Australia right now, even if she wants to be a little cheeky.
She's an American celebrity. She's a pop star, and she's dating the Crown Prince of Canada and Cuba. So, like, at the end of the day, there's no way a pair of handcuffs ever touched this woman.
Well, wait a minute, Marv. There are some handcuffs.
I'm with Marv on this one. Yeah, I agree. I think nothing comes of this.
I think you're right, but at the same time, remember how they acted about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and the two little dogs they snuck in there, where you all of a sudden have to have Johnny Depp, one of the biggest stars on the planet, apologizing to some secretary of whatever department over bringing in some little poodles or something. I don't know. I think Australia gets pretty. There's like a bunch of Karens in their government over there.
Please, I want to see a video. We will run coverage for weeks. I want to see Secret Service Australian people like ziplining into Trudeau's mansion to extradite Katy Perry out of the bedroom, please.
It's the scene from The Dark Knight where Batman comes for her, like he comes for Mr. Lau in China.
Left Shark is defending her inside the mansion.
But also, if you're Justin Trudeau, right, and you're reading in print that your girlfriend's badge was so rancid that a chick vomited just from the near smell of it. Like, at that point, do you dump her or do you, like, how does this work?
I'm done with my crab rangoon now after that.
I'm so sorry. For those of you who don't know, it's Marv's birthday as we're recording, and he is eating crab rangoon. So, I would say that was the wrong food for today.
This conversation. But
so the hypocrisy reigns supreme.
But at the end of the day, though, if I can respond to that, though.
At the end of the day, what do you got?
I think Justin Trudeau probably is aware if there is an issue.
Well, yeah. You
never know.
Right? I mean,
you never know. We don't know their relationship. Oh no, I'm waiting for marriage, eh? This is special in the eyes of the Lord, eh?
Well, I just got to tell you, both of these two, they're irritating to no end. The latest thing is out of Coachella, where between Sabrina Carpenter talking about Arabic yodels, you had Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry showing up and drinking out of a beverage holder that they have forbidden legally in Canada. So these guys, they're just terrible in every single way. Jonas, what do you think about, though, this idea that Katy Perry actually, had she done it in America, she'd be A-okay, but in Australia, she's still in some hot water. I mean, she doesn't have to go back, but there's no statute of limitations in Australia, which means in 20 more years, maybe we'll get more Katy Perry allegations.
Right. I think, especially with Australia, there's a comedy special from a guy named Shane something. I forget his name, but he talks about how the long-standing grudge that one of the immigration people held against him because of his comedy act, in which he just he said something stupid like, I'm gonna go murder a bunch of kangaroos or something like that. Obviously a joke, but they made him apologize before they would allow him back in the country. So if you get that kind of person in charge of Katy Perry's immigration status, if they want to, get their panties in a bunch over whatever Katy Perry may or may not have done over there in Australia. Yeah. Right. I'm struggling here. We usually keep it PG on the channel. This is obviously a topic that's a little bit spicier than we usually go into here. I think there's a possibility of a video of Katy Perry crying a little bit as she apologizes for I don't know what, but it's also unprovable in any way.
Well, so I don't know if you saw because I covered this for geeksandgamers.com yesterday, but the response from her camp was to call Ruby Rose a liar and say that she has a history of accusing people falsely.
Well, what if I told you guys that we have breaking news at this very moment?
Oh.
Look at this. Folks, arriving just in time for us at 12:25 p.m. Eastern Time today. At the time of recording, that's 4 minutes ago. Katy Perry sends message to fans after denying Ruby Rose's assault allegation. Here's what Katy Perry is saying, and we just got this in. Katy Perry offered a brief message to fans after her rep denied an assault allegation made by Ruby Rose in an Instagram stories post shared on Tuesday, today. Perry, 41, wrote to her followers, "I love you." And don't miss a beat, ladies and gentlemen, with these. Come on now, we're trying to read. She says, "I love you," alongside an image of her song, "By the Grace of God," from her 2013 album Prism, which clearly indicates she's got Blake Lively's PR team with her. Lyrics for that breakup-inspired song include lines like, "I picked myself back up. Now I have to rise above. Let the universe call the bluff. Yeah, the truth will set you free."
She's the victim.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
I'm so confused. I'm supposed to believe both women.
The weird thing about Katy Perry is, like, she came from a really Christian background, man. Like, if you know anything about her, she was like completely about the church and Christian music and all this other stuff, and she just got tainted, man. She just got corrupted.
Ruby Rose will do that to you. Just go ask Warner Brothers.
But also, Ruby Rose is known for making up shit too. So I mean, who do you believe in this situation?
We'll keep an eye on it, folks. But Pro almost made a bad joke with the keep an eye on it. We'll just leave that where it is and
I
say,
almost made a bad joke with Tainted.
"Oh, this is so hard. Get us out of here now." I tell you, that's worse than when that guy was the writer for the article. Dick Lipham was his name. And I was like, we're done for. There's no way we get through this. Oh, Jonas, get the super chats up on the screen.
Packing Protons for $2. Jonas Renegade is black.
Jonas Renegade. Jonas, do you know this story yet? Have you heard about it?
Oh, there's a story?
There's a story.
I was assuming we're going to have to explain the Jonas is black meme.
Well, I mean, you're black, right?
That's what I keep hearing.
Jonas, on Sunday night, Valiant Renegade show, live, we asked Grok what its opinion is of Valiant Renegade. And do you know what it told us?
Did it also say that I'm black?
No, although that would be really funny. It said that his real name is Valiant Renegade. Or excuse me, that his real name is Jonas Campbell.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, Grok believes that Valiant Renegade is Jonas Campbell.
I remember when I asked Grok who you were, and it said you were Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge.
I believe it. Hey, and guess what else, Jonas?
What's that?
Grok then told us that Valiant Renegade was very well known. He had been on the Megyn Kelly show. And Valiant was like, I've never been on Megyn Kelly. I don't know what to talk about. We Googled it, and guess what?
She did.
He's got another bragging right.
Yeah.
She did feature him, and he didn't know it. So
what?
Yep. There's his article about Disney losing more than almost $1 billion at the box office was featured on her website.
Yep. She cited him on air, and he had not known it for 2 years. So let's just say he hit the stratosphere.
He's been playing that Gutfeld clip forever. Now he's got to find a Megyn Kelly clip.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Luke Liederbach, member for 28. Man, that's a lot of months. Thank you very much, Luke. He-Man might be Jared Leto's first good movie, and all it takes is his face not being in it. Poor guy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, he's so method. I think he literally took the skin off of his face for this role.
Probably so. I agree with you.
The weird thing about him, though, is he's actually a good actor. Like, I don't know why I don't know why he's box office poison the way he is, but I don't get it, because he is a good actor, but he just either he picks the wrong roles or something doesn't translate.
That's it. The wrong roles. The wrong roles, like Tron Ares, man. You either have to carry it but everything went wrong in that movie except him, but he can't help everything that went wrong. He's going to have to read the scripts and say, you know what? I think I'm going to skip this one.
But I mean, does he actually read the scripts, or does he have like his cult followers read scripts?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I used to like 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm more of a Dog Star man, but Kaylee for 5. Pro, will we see Culture sneaking Marvin into the parks hidden on the back of a stroller? It seems like people are hacking Disney and the mouse is not happy.
That happened the other day, right? Like somebody was trying to sneak a kid in the stroller, like that was older than 3.
I saw that picture, and let me just say, as a father of many children, sometimes they really get into that stroller. Was there actually footage of them trying to say that they had less than the number of kids they bought tickets for, or was it just some kid being weird in the stroller trying to push their face against the meshing there?
I don't know. And I've always wondered too, and maybe you can help me out with this, Jonas. I've always wondered, we're not suggesting people do this, but like, how do they verify the age of a kid when at Disney, the cutoff is 3 or something? I think at Dollywood it's 4. These theme parks have these cutoff ages where you got to start paying for the kid. Like, if I go to Disney with a 7-year-old, can I be like, oh, they're 3. They got a disease. It makes them age fast. They're 3. I'm taking them in now.
I don't know. I do have one kid that looks very young that could probably pass for below the age of demarcation. There's probably some hard and fast rule.
Put the diapers on. I told you, put the diaper on.
Yikes. I wonder how many people have gotten out social media to see, look right here, look at my Facebook, using Facebook for verification. There's someone who has tried to not pay the multiple hundreds of dollars to get their kid in that park, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
I once asked a friend's kid, oh, how old are you? And she said, well, I'm 4, but when Daddy takes me to Disney, I'm 2.
Packing Protons for $2.
Funny thing is, with kids, like with little kids, though, they're always so proud of their age. So, like, there's so many reports that I've heard of people that are going there and they're trying to sneak the kid and they go, they're 2. And the kid's like, no, I'm not. I'm 5.
Yeah, I see that.
Packing Protons for $2. I was told Marvin's birthday was last week.
Don't listen to trolls.
I've got a family member who was pulled over one time, and the police officer came up to him and said, do you know how fast you were going? And the little kid in the back seat said, whew, I'm glad you pulled us over. Mommy was going too fast.
Oh, no.
I had one where my wife got pulled over, and she never gets pulled over, so this really stuck in her craw. But one of my kids was in the car seat in the back, sticks their foot on the window thing to make it buzz down, and says, "Officer, we were listening to Don't Stop Me Now. Can we keep going?" And the officer laughed and let her go. So I guess that worked.
Don't stop me now. Go ahead, Jonas.
First Dragon Queen for $5. I just fixed a girl. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Finished the animatronic in a barrel. Had some issues, but she's there. Hugs for all.
Hugs to you, First Dragon Queen. Thank you.
Where do we see this animatronic? That's what I want to know. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $5. How about a Wiltonathon to celebrate that Park Place hitting 30K?
Well, Marvin's not. Oh, he's back. Terrible idea. Yeah, we would never do that.
Something fun.
Or we could do something fun.
We're already doing a Wilton Legacy, right? Where he gets his little legs.
Like maybe something entertaining and fun, and
Yeah.
And mildly enjoyable.
We could talk about that on Extra Magic on Friday. Packing Protons for $5. I think Wilton and Marvin need to be on camera together for 130K. Enjoying Bluey, Marvin?
If we got an extra 100K, you're going on with him.
I have seen that word like several times now. Could someone explain what Bluey is? Because I surprisingly have no idea what this is.
Verbal, prepare yourself.
It is. It's a preschool show that was written by a guy named Joe Brum. It's about a family of Australian dogs, but they kind of snuck in. It's probably one of the better written sitcoms of the last 5 to 10 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So
I was saying that a lot of like people without kids have been telling me to watch it, and I thought that was weird, and so my
Me
audience
too.
paid me to watch it now.
Have you seen it yet, Marv?
I have not started it yet, but I'm starting it this week.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what you think. Okay, so here's the deal. Verbal Riot, this is crazy. So Disney pays BBC to get this show that they've never heard of just so they can have some extra content on Disney Plus when they first start the streaming service, right?
Right.
This show out of nowhere, it completely does everything the opposite of what Disney wants. It is as unwoke as you can imagine. They get this show. It now has more streaming viewership than Marvel and Star Wars combined.
No shit.
Yes, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So Disney stuck with this show.
1/3 of all streaming on Disney Plus was Bluey.
You know what, man? You love to see it, though, right? I mean, you love to see it.
1/3. By the way, you know what's more popular than Bluey these days, though? Verbal Riot over on YouTube, folks. Get over there and subscribe today.
I'm not as big as Bluey, but I want to be. I want to be.
You could be. You could be. Keep me upping, man.
There, so could be.
Folks, get over there and subscribe right now over to Verbal Riot. And let's get him up to, what are you at right now? 8.4? We need to get you to 10K. Let's get 10K
Yeah, I probably would have
underway.
more if I didn't get in trouble so much with YouTube, but, you know, it is what it is.
You got to push the limit.
Spring 91 Bear for $2, and you thought their going to space was the worst thing she ever did.
I appreciate that in a limited amount of characters, you managed to talk about space without any spaces. Well played, Cherokee Bear.
Very good.
Also, that is conduct unbecoming of an astronaut, I would say, rubbing your badge on somebody's face.
Now, the badge, on the other hand.
I think she was escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Targeted reference there, but if you get it, you get it.
Archer Merchant for 10 just found this out, but apparently a few days ago, many Disney, Hollywood, and LA unions were backing Swalwell. Now they're apologizing to the cast members for phone banks, etc. HWD
Hollywood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Archer, if you've got any proof of this whatsoever, please send this to us. We will run this if we can verify it. That is a heck of a story.
Highly, highly believable. If you guys want to know what a mess Hollywood is right now, I recommend watching Film Threat because it is so bad right now. Like there are A-list actors who are auditioning for commercials.
Oh, yes, all the
A-list
time.
actors.
And they're showing up in the commercials. Yes.
That is insane.
Bruce Newhouse for $2. Happy, healthy, and blessed birthday, Marv.
And he
Look at that.
disappears.
Every time
What kind of
somebody
guy?
says happy birthday, he disappears. Oh,
He is trying to sustain himself. He did a show. He went straight to here. And every time he goes off camera, it's so that he can take one quick
Poor
bite
man's
to eat.
trying to chew
And
quickly.
Jonas is timing it perfectly to nail him. Hold on, Marv. I'm going to give you a second.
Thank you, Bruce Newhouse.
That never gets old, and I'll prove it by playing it over and over.
Barry the Music Man for $2. So Katy Perry likes to go down under. Calagria of Soulbound for $5. Sounds to me like Katy Perry never truly returned to Earth.
Crikey.
Or never went to space.
She is a firework. Calagria of Soulbound for $5. Disney starts requiring birth certificates for children, and pixie dusters praise it at political voting booths.
Well, now, next you're going to tell me that Disney has walls. Now, quit it, Caligari. That's just mean.
Yeah, I mean, they do ask, they get you in the system hard. Like, you cannot even stay on property, even if you're not going into the parks. You can't stay on property without handing over the ages of everyone in your party.
So you need ID to go to Disneyland, but not to vote.
Exactly.
Correct, according to,
You need
I
ID
just
to
want to
park.
double check on that one.
You need ID to park at Disney World.
Your kid may need ID to get into Disneyland.
Clay Napier for $5. Leto was good in American Psycho and Fight Club. His characters did fare well. Yeah, he's a good actor. That's not the problem. There's something going wrong with the parts that he's being put in on all these very expensive films.
I want to know who read Morbius and said, "Yeah, take this role."
This is a good one. Yeah, you should do this.
This will do well.
This is going to turn you around.
It wasn't Morbius like Hispanic in the '94 Spider-Man series too? Is he Hispanic in the comics? So is that whitewashing?
No, in the comics, he's a white dude.
All right. Lord Matawig for 10. I'm going to start my career at Universal Pictures in honor of the entertainment revolution I have predicted since 2010 to 2019, the Hollywood apocalypses. I think that's the plural of apocalypse. My motto is free speech is what fuels art.
I got to say, I have now been introduced to the plural of apocalypse. I hope I never have to use that. I don't want multiple apocalypses landing upon us. That sounds like a bad time.
Isn't that kind of the point of an apocalypse? Is that there shouldn't be more than one?
Right. Technically, there should just be one.
It's the period between two apocalypses, the apocalypses, like parenthesis. Packing Protons for 5. Words you can't type on YouTube decipher challenge. Hootblund.
Hootblund.
That's what they call them in the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a hootblund over there. Hey, folks, we're going to play the Spritzel. And why? Well, you'll understand on the other side. It matches up with the content we're about to talk about. Eric Swalwell, we're coming for you.
It's a super spring spritzel. Pedro's big year has Disney dropping. It's a super spring spritzel. Take down Star Wars, Avengers, oh please. They picked the wrong people. Even Bree said, nah, woke is collapsing. Theater snapping. It's a super spring spritzel. Oh, spring spritzel. Switch to Ryan Gosling.
The new media is on the move, and the changes at CBS News are also having a big effect on what's going on in our society. What are we talking about? Well, check this out from CBS News. Quote, "We're not walking away from this fight. Two accusers of Congressman Eric Swalwell are sharing their accusations and decisions to come forward. Anika Albrecht, Ali Samarco, and influencer Cheyenne Hunt, who helped get their stories out, spoke exclusively with CBS News, now under the control of the Ellisons and Barry Weiss, spoke with CBS News' Nancy Cortez about the unraveling of the Democratic congressman's political career, who, as of just days ago, was promoted by so many in Hollywood. Now he's gone at the hands of the Ellisons, apparently, as they control CBS News. Here's part of that interview, and we'll talk about why things, they are a-changing in the world politico and entertainment because of the new media.
The fact that he has now dropped out of the governor's race and resign from Congress. Is that justice in your view?
No, it's just the beginning. It's just the very beginning. And I know personally that we're not walking away from this fight.
For me, justice won't be until he can't ever harm a woman ever again. And he has faced the consequences for the women that he has harmed.
I think in regards to the governor's race, he never should have ran for governor to begin with, knowing the kind of history and receipts that are out there.
We'll pause there, folks. This is on CBS News, of course, and this is the kind of thing that never, ever, ever happened. And you all can go back to the 90s and find times when it was unallowed. You could not put this out there in the news. CBS has now broken away with that. And of course, the new media has too. But lest you think, oh, here we go, it's going to be about politics. Folks, let me tell you, if we go over to Fox News right now, you can see that also Tony Gonzalez, a Republican, has been caught up in the misconduct allegations, and none of this is being swept under the rug. Now, there are those who claim that the reason this is going down the way it is because Swalwell was allegedly going to cause a loss for the Democrats in California, but whatever the case might be, there's transparency now in social media and on the news in a way that simply did not occur before. Marv, I want to go to you first talking about this one. We've got a situation here where the new media that we've been paying close attention to, it's been fractured to some degree, but at least here, it's doing a very good thing. And we're also starting to see the first movements by CBS to really differentiate itself. The Disneys of the world, the NBCs of the world, the CNNs of the world, even the Fox Newses of the world that might have covered for Gonzalez, they're unable to do so. Barry Weiss is breaking into that cycle and making it her own. Your thoughts, Marv?
Well, absolutely. What we're starting to see is actual unbiased news coverage, which is refreshing to see. In my lifetime, I don't think we've ever had unbiased news coverage on a large scale, which is what we were always hoping, that CBS News would become, because the free press was the closest thing we had to it. So yeah, the fact that they're not shying away from stories like this, the fact that they're not protecting the elite, the fact that they are, actually taking people to task who deserve to be taken to task, I think that's to be commended. Because, this guy, this was like the epitome of like, why would you do this knowing that there's all of this out there? It's because you think you're untouchable. It's like the Nixon thing, right? Like why would you have those recordings? Whereas, and with the legacy media as it was, he probably would have been untouchable with this, but the new media blew this off the shelves, and we are seeing actual comeuppance. They were like, there's like video evidence, right?
I think it's likely there is, and that there's more on the way, is what I'm understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Now, allegedly, right? Hey, Riot, go ahead.
Allegedly.
Riot, what do you think about in terms of how this affects Hollywood? Because he was running for the governorship, and a lot of people were really worried this was going to come out after the Democratic primaries. And I know that in California, the top two go no matter what side they're on. But there was a lot of worry that he was going to cause a Republican to be a formidable force in California. How does this shake up Hollywood in the way that they're viewing everything?
Well, yeah, and this is exactly why this is happening right now, right? Like, you have to understand, California, a state I just left a few months ago, by the way, born and raised in LA, but couldn't take it anymore, man. Gavin Newsom destroyed the state, so moved to Colorado. But they're holding on by a string, right? And I'm talking about the Democratic leadership. They're holding on by a string. This would have caused a divide that would have resulted in a Republican winning. That's the only reason they're going after this guy. That's the only reason we're even hearing about Swalwell, is because of that reason. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't care, or it would have gotten buried. But they cannot have a Republican be, in charge of California, right? Because California has to stay a sanctuary state no matter what. No matter what. See, Gavin Newsom can destroy the economy all he wants, as far as the left is concerned out there. But the minute it stops being a sanctuary state for illegals and women who want to either kill or, abuse their children, then they're fine with that, right? So anything that contradicts that has to go. And Swalwell, look, I'm not saying he's a good guy. He probably is a scumbag. I'm sure he is. Here's the thing. Most politicians are, right? So what separates him from any other politician? But this came out purely for that reason, to stop him from messing with the Democrats staying in charge. That's
a great point. And if we look at this, and it's actually scrolled down where, let's see if we can get this. This came out 1 minute ago. We're really breaking some news right now. 1 minute ago, this came out. Woman accuses Swalwell of more of that kind of awful activity in 2018. Now, Jonas, here's the question we've all got as we're looking at these accusations coming in, and there were accusations, credible accusations against this guy that he was sleeping with a Chinese spy. Everybody has known this guy is awful. He's totally corrupt, and we're not even talking about the legalities yet. But the question is, if this is going back to 2018 and far beyond that, how long was this known? And because we didn't have Elon owning X, and because we didn't have Barry Weiss running CBS News, none of this was ever going to be allowed. While at the same time, they were virtue signaling to us, oh, we've got the Me Too movement. Oh, Hollywood's been cleaned up. Oh, we're the moral arbiters you need to listen to. Meanwhile, it was only by wresting control of the legacy media and the new media from them that we started uncovering this stuff. What do you think about it, Jonas?
You know, I'm actually more the inclination that this is a political hit job by the Democrats more than it is for the Republicans or the free speech aspect, because the Fang stuff has been out there for a very long time. The kind of thing that would absolutely destroy a conservative politician if it was out there on a regular basis. It would be well known that that person is just being protected. That's really the thing with Swalwell is we've been waiting for verification from the media and those in power to say, yes, it's okay for this guy to be ashamed of himself at this point. The CBS News aspect is one thing, but Nancy Pelosi coming out and not saying, obviously, this is ridiculous, or some of the other high-powered Democrats coming after. This is something where I don't know that he's the sacrificial lamb in order to appease the media as much as he has gotten on the wrong side of the wrong people, and they just want him out. And so all of a sudden you have this permission from the establishment to say, yeah, go ahead, go after this guy. We are done with him.
Well, just so everybody knows that these are really, really awful people that we cover on a regular basis. We hate to say it, but it's true. Take a look at this. We've got the New York Post reporting. Eric Swalwell's A-list pals rocked after plowing thousands into failed campaign. Annie Gauss writing this from New York Post. Get ready for the names, because they're going to be the people that you've all heard from over and over and over. They're the best. They know better than you. Eric Swalwell loved rubbing elbows with Hollywood's woke elite. In return, they opened up their wallets and backed his campaign for California governor. Begs the question, if he had not run for governor, would he even be dealing with this? Maybe not. It says Swalwell's celebrity supporters included genuine A-listers like Sean Penn, Robert De Niro, Jane Fonda. Penn, an outspoken lefty and frequent Trump critic, handed Swalwell's campaign a cool $15,000. The Godfather and casino star Robert De Niro pitched $10,000. Mad Men's John Hamm and Two and a Half Men actor John Cryer did the same. My, oh my. Talking about the White Lotus director, David Bernard, producer, threw in $20,000. You've got Kathy Griffin giving $10,000. All of these people were giving massive money. These same people who tell you that you're a bad person for the way you vote, they were giving tens of thousands to a guy now that we are finding out may have, and by all evidences, seems to have conducted himself in just egregiously bad ways towards women. I don't think Robert De Niro is going to come out and give us an apology. What do you guys think?
No, absolutely not. What's going to happen is their PR people are going to, type up a statement. They're going to shy away from it. They're going to disappear for a little while, as far, maybe a month or two, just not being very public about it. They're going to wait till this washes over. And then what they're going to do is they're going to pretend this never happened, and they're going to back the next Democratic person running. So they all have their exit strategies out of this, right? So again, it doesn't really matter. And also, by the way, 10 grand, 20 grand, these people must have, they must have not really believed in this guy, because that is a small amount of money.
That's nothing to them.
That is nothing to them. That's like me giving like $5 to the Starbucks guy. It's
right.
Come on now. Like I don't think they really believed in this guy to begin with, if I'm being honest.
What I don't know is, that's a fantastic point, but I don't know what the limits are on political giving at this stage in California. I don't know the intricacies there, so I don't know what. Depends on,
like, if it's a corporation, that there's limits. I think if it's like people, like people giving their own personal money, I don't know if there's like a huge limit on that. I could be completely wrong.
Well, what gets tricky, and we found this out, there was something to do with Oprah. What was that about, Jonas, back when Oprah was in? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I forget which candidate it was that she said that she never donated to someone, but it was her corporation.
Right. So a lot of these celebrities, when it says they've donated 10, 20,000, it's their LLCs that'll donate, something like that.
Sure,
so who
yeah, no,
knows?
of course.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see that Hollywood seemingly liked this guy, right? And it turns out he's just vile. If it was not for the new media, if it was not for Barry Weiss and the Ellisons, though, we would know little about this unless it is, as Jonas believes, and it seems like the other panelists too, that this is a hit job against poor Eric Swalwell.
But also, by the way, don't forget, all of the celebrities you just named off all have pictures hugging Harvey Weinstein somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Meryl Streep called him a god.
Yeah.
I'm just going to point out another instance in which all of Hollywood was 100% aware of what was going on, and suddenly they cared.
Oh, absolutely, man. Look, I have said this over and over, and I make no apologies for it, man. The few times I've hung out with Harvey, I hung out with him 3 times, all in public situations, of course. And to me, just hanging out with the guy, talking and having drinks with him, seemed like a nice guy, right? Like I didn't know, I heard rumors of some things, but dude, you hear rumors about producers and young starlets with everybody. I mean, that's
Riot. If you had boobs, this would have gone otherwise, I think.
Probably so. but my point is that, look, man, like just because you know somebody or you've hung out with them doesn't mean you know everything that they've done, or you know what I mean. So I give a little leeway to some of that. It's you never know who you're hanging out. I've been to Diddy parties, man, before midnight. Okay, I left before midnight. I've been to parties with Diddy, and it's like, look, I didn't know that all that shit was going on after midnight, right? Like I didn't know. I went and left. So you never, just because you're there and you're around this person doesn't mean you know everything that's happening with them.
Exactly. That's definitely true. However, you got to say they seem to over and over again pick the wrong horse when it comes to Hollyweird. Folks, we'll pay attention to this. We'll let you know what happens. This is going to have an impact on the entertainment industry, especially as it affects the governor's race and what will happen when it comes to how do they turn around the film industry in California.
The thing is, my point is, with Hollywood, you will always hear rumors about people, and I'd say like 30%, maybe 30, like 20, 30% of the time is true. But again, that's everybody. Everybody has rumors about them.
Absolutely. And you know what is the difference in Hollywood when it comes to the narcissism, when it comes to the hedonism? It's just magnified because of the personalities that are involved and the money that's involved. These are the same. You'll find these personalities all over the world, in every town, every way, but more money and more fame amplifies it to crazy levels, to crazy degrees.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jonas, we've got some crazy degrees of kindness out there, and people have a lot to say. Let's put them up on the screen.
Calagria of Soulbound for 5. Devil's Advocate, is it the scripts or is it Leheto forcefully changing the director's plans to fit his wants? Asking, not telling. I don't know. He's been in a lot of franchise films, so I would imagine he's willing to play ball. They generally, with franchise films, don't like to let the actors do what they want in a role. Not too much, at least. Not until you're Robert Downey Jr. or something like that.
How many more shots does he have at it? If this doesn't go well with He-Man, I think it's pretty much done. He'll get some avant-garde opportunities, but that'll be about it.
I mean, Tron Ares was in theaters while He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was already kind of in production. So I'd imagine that ship was sailed. So if he gets a bunch of praise for playing Skeletor and that movie makes a bunch of money, who knows?
Right. But that's about it.
And he'll also...
I think Leto's best option at this point, like career-wise, is, and I've said this with other celebrities as well. Sometimes, man, it's good to be the supporting actor instead of the lead. Don't be the lead, man. Just be the supporting. Be part of the cast. You'll still make decent money, you know, because right now the stink is on him, right? The stink is on Jared Leto, and we're all looking at this like, yeah, if this fails, why would he ever get a role again? And I agree, he should never get a lead role again, but he's good enough of an actor to get supporting parts. And I think maybe he should stick with that.
Yeah. Mr. Dak gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Thank you very much, Mr. Dak.
Mr. Dak, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. That is utterly kind. And because of those 10 pro memberships, I believe, sir, you have released the shills.
At least that's what I hear.
Wait, what?
Let's go!
Jabba, right?
Oh no! It's a Sarlacc!
Star Wars Outlaws pre-order available now.
Guys, this is one of, if not my most anticipated game of the year. Anything that's got me going pew, 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 you know, sign me up.
I gotta say, the concept of this is enough for me to go, I might even pre-order this.
Wow, that is an all-star list of shields.
Isn't it wonderful?
Clay Napier for 5. In Fight Club, he was beaten ugly, was numbered and brutally needed. In Psycho, the acting was good. Is he in? Oh, American Psycho. Sorry, I was thinking about Vanilla Psycho. Yeah, he was great in it. Calagria of Soulbound for $2 more. It's the era of the Herrera. Bye, Tony.
Bye, Tony.
Cool.
Yeah, Gonzalez, folks, we're not trying to be partisan at all. Gonzalez in Texas looks like he's going to be caught up in some of the same stuff. So go New Media, go.
Herrera. Yeah, Brandon Herrera. I was mixing up my topics there. Archer Merchant for 5. Google search still has it. If you search Sue endorses Swalwell, it has the article and everything for March on their official page. That's what's going to be interesting is if Google gets in to try to shift things in a certain direction, that's very suspicious to me.
Marv, can you go ahead and grab that, please, so that we've got that endorsement? That's a good angle for us to take real soon.
SEIU. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Philippa Sue from Hamilton. Clay Napier for 5. Cali has a jungle primary, and 2 Republicans are ahead, and both could be the candidates because of it. Say, yeah,
and here's what's amazing: this revelation about Swalwell is still not going to affect the fact that so many people are just going to vote for Democrats in California. So I'm not saying that as somebody who's trying to weigh in from a partisan position. I'm just saying that's the dynamics of California. You can have this huge scandal, and it will not affect how people vote at all in California, like at all.
No, because they're so tribalistic that they're going to vote left no matter what, right? Like, always blue no matter who.
And that would be true, by the way. Like you could bring up Oklahoma, for example. And I'm not trying to be mean to Oklahoma, but you could have a Republican scandal happen there, and nobody in Oklahoma is going to be like, "Oh, well, I'm going to vote for the Democrat running against him." Then,
right?
Nope.
Medmutt for $5. Who is this Eric Swalwell you speak of? Ooh, you're talking about Fart Boy. So I did get a comment from the Swalwell campaign while we were working on this on the show.
Please share.
I'm going to play it. Mech for $5. Wait, Kathy Griffith still has 10K left to give. Who knew?
I did do and say horrible, regrettable things.
Kathy Griffith has become more repulsive than Andy Dick, if you can imagine that.
Wow.
That's true.
That's amazing.
That is true.
That's
but I play
true.
Amber Heard because if Swalwell right now is looking for somebody who might share some of the same interests between his flatulations and her grumpies, they're a match made in not heaven.
There's no way Amber Heard would slum it that level. I mean, that's too perfect. Packing Protons for 5. That horrible Bob Barker hit job documentary by Holly is apparently getting a movie made of it. Shame on them.
Yep. Wait till he's dead and he can't defend himself. Marv, the Barker's beauties, the girl Holly who got into a disagreement with him before, waited till he was dead, and now they're going to make a movie trying to slime the guy. So
of course they are.
Yep.
Israel R6636 for 10. Hail, folks! Hollywood needs to be allowed to fail so others can rise and hopefully better manage the industry. But on brighter notes, happy Tuesday. Cheers.
Happy Tuesday to you, Israel.
I think a lot of people have this weird misconception. Like when we say Hollywood is dead, I guess ultimately what we're saying is theaters are dead, right? There's always going to be content. There's always going to be streaming. What's going to happen is there's going to be less theaters. More theaters are going to close down. You're going to see less AMCs and less of the bigger chains. You're going to see more maybe boutique theaters or, more novelty theaters where they do random things like dance during intermission and weird shit like that. But but the content itself isn't going to go away. There's still going to be things on streaming. It's just going to be to a lesser extent. I think it's going to be lesser work for people. And, you know, people argue with me about this, but guys, hear me when I'm saying AI is going to be a factor. Give it 2 or 3 years, it's going to be a big factor in people not working. So yeah, in some ways the industry is dead, but we're still going to have content.
Well, Riot, let me ask you about this, because one of the things that we uncovered, I sort of uncovered, I mean, other people knew it, but nobody was really talking about it. We found out last week that the state of Georgia was giving away a lot of money to Hollywood to produce in the state of Georgia. So how much was it? Well, over just a few years, it was something like $5 billion, $4 billion of which didn't get any kind of spend in Georgia at all. It just went straight into the studios. They just had it as free money. No strings attached, just $4 billion. And yet, after the 2024 election, Hollywood essentially moved out almost all productions from Georgia and took it to Europe and to Canada. And so when we're talking about, you know, Hollywood is in demise, what I'm often talking about is this idea that they left Georgia that was giving them free money, like corruptly giving them free money. Shouldn't have been doing it, but they were giving free money. And for politics, they did an exodus, and now it's breaking the bank, them trying to make the money back in the UK and Norway and Ontario and all of these places. And that's what I'm kind of enjoying is the comeuppance of those kinds of policies where they thought, we'll crush the state of Georgia. We'll crush, and Georgia's a purple state. Atlanta is not a conservative location.
Not at all. Yeah.
And so they thought they would crush Georgia, and instead it crushed them. And so that's what I look at and say, karma, baby, karma.
Well, I mean, look, the industry, the fact that you cannot make a film in California is insane, right? Movies are the product of California, in the same way that back in Detroit, you know, cars manufacturing was a big deal back then, right? And look what happened when car manufacturing left Detroit, right? That city fell apart. This is what's happening right now in LA, right? You can't make a film there. You can't do anything there, right? You can barely make commercials in LA anymore. So, and that way it is collapsing. Now, Georgia, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And also, weren't papers signed? Like, you can't just give that kind of money and it just disappears, right? I mean, there had to be some contracts signed here.
It might have just disappeared. In this case, it seems like, and maybe some of the politicians around Atlanta got some cuts of that too. So,
okay, so this was just shady all around.
Shady all around, man. Okay. Shady all around.
So, well, that I have no explanation for. Like that is just insane.
Free money, Jonas. We got some memberships. What do we got here, buddy?
First of all, Israel here gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amazing. Then Bad News Badger came in with 5 gifted memberships. Not bad news at all. And then Highlander, there can be only one, gifted 20 WDW Pro memberships.
What a great way to say thank folks. We're going to give away that game on Wednesday, early beta access. And how many is that, Jonas? Is that 35? Did I count that right? 35 memberships? 35 right. Additional people getting to play the early access to the beta. Folks, we're so happy for that. Thank you again. And as a way of celebrating, here is a special thank you from us to you.
A blindfolded half-court shot that is now the talk of campus and beyond.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Did you see it? Yeah. Is that on tape? Yeah. You are kidding me.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, indeed. Thank you, folks. And again, happy birthday to Marv as we continue on. Marv, how you hanging in there after the Crab Rangoons and Katy Perry?
Doing good. Doing good.
Okay. You let us know if you feel a little queasy, all right? We'll
I'm trying to
pause.
not think about it, so let's not bring it up again.
That's a good point. All right, folks, it's time for next. Jonas, you put it on the screen. We got to read it now. What do you got?
All right. Backing Protons for 5. Kelly Owens, Rogan, etc. are not new media. They are legacy media infiltrating new media. Wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't know that I could really call Joe Rogan legacy media, but
just because they've had like experience outside, like in the Hollywood system, doesn't mean that they can't be new media. They've left that system and are now broadcasting through the new media. So
yeah, Joe Rogan is absolutely not old media by any or legacy media by any means. I mean, yeah, he did things in Hollywood, but he didn't really start doing his show until he kind of changed his politics up. So it wasn't, and he didn't really change. It's it's weird, man. It's kind of like the Bill Maher thing. Like I relate to that because I'm an old school liberal. I'm a 90s liberal, right?
Classical liberal.
I'm a classic liberal, and there's a point where the party just left us behind. They got too crazy, and we stayed exactly the same. And that's the same thing with Joe Rogan. So
that's what's created this big tent of really the way we describe it, Riot, is that there's a group of people out there that they just don't believe in facts or truth anymore. It's all about my truth, and it's about power over everything else. And those people, it's really hard to get along with them. That's what we define as woke. And everybody else is sort of in this mainstream middle, sensible center, plus the right, all kind of circulating together saying, I don't know who those crazy people are, but maybe they shouldn't be in power anymore. So, all right, folks, let's dive in. We've got a big story. It's an exclusive. We can't wait to tell you about the franchise they're taking down and how it's happening. Let's dive in right now. Marvin, have you heard about this? The entire Avatar film leaking online. Have you heard about this?
Yep. Yeah, we actually have a article waiting in the wings to go out today on that Park Place by Cham Lee about this. It's pretty insane. It's what's even more insane is the fact that they thought anybody was going to actually want this.
Boy, I tell you, they have screwed this up royally. Jonas, you've unfortunately, I mean, you would never have wanted to have seen it, but you have seen clips of the show, right?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I got into Avatar because my kids were watching it, and so I'm familiar with how good the original series was, and maybe there's a copy that's been made available to me of this. So
and the media is going to try to spin this because now that it's leaked online, the media is going to try to say, well, that's what destroyed the interest in it.
Right.
As opposed to
of when Jamie Foxx blamed the leaking online of Annie for the failure of that film.
Let's talk about it. This is really bad. And I know we've covered this already on the channel at least once, talking about how DEI has destroyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, the resurrection of it. But it's getting way worse, and I'll explain why. And the hypocrisy is off the charts. Max Memes posted this on X. Toph's original voice actress was fired from the role so they could hire a blind Asian woman instead. Because according to DEI rules, you have to hire somebody who's exactly like the person that you're playing. But I'm here to tell you, folks, the number of blind Asian women in the voice acting community, probably not that many. And then trying to find one who sounds like Toph, probably zero. And that's what we're finding out right now is you watch. Right. Well, that's the point. They've put out this movie. Well, they were going to put it out. It's leaked out. But they're going to put out this movie. And the movie has characters that sound nothing like the beloved characters that people are accustomed to. And it's all at the feet of DEI. But folks, before we go to the panel, what if I told you that somebody is in charge of this? And I know, well, like we had to wipe away every non-white person out of the voice cast except for the guy who makes animal sounds, Bradley Baker, right? D. Baker. Guess what? Guess who's in charge? Would you say that because of this, surely the person in charge of this new Avatar film must be an Asian person? I mean, it just has to be, right?
Nope,
right?
White guys.
And they handed off.
Even worse, not two white guys.
Well, the two white guys are in charge, but the director that they put in charge of it, Lauren Montgomery. So Lauren Montgomery gets to be in charge of making sure that Avatar: The Last Airbender is as Asian, as authentically Asian as can be. This is the tale of liberal white women. I'm telling you, I cannot get over this. All the voice actors have to be changed. All the voices have to be, switched up. We got to find a blind Asian lady to play a blind Asian kid in the film. Meanwhile, Lauren Montgomery sees no problem with directing the thing. Marv, I'll hand it to you first. How much do you love this? How much do you love this karma?
So I am a huge Avatar: The Last Airbender fan. I have been.
As am I.
I loved it. I thought it was perfect. The guys who run it, Brian and Mike, collectively known as Bryke, are the two wokest soy boy things I can't say on this show that have ever walked the earth. They have so much guilt over being who they are that they are overcompensating and trying to appeal to this disgusting woke mob that is just clamoring for them to make everything as diverse and gay. And did you see the one thing that their people, their crowd was screaming about when that first clip came out? They made Toph straight. That was their big takeaway. How dare you? Because no matter how much you give to these people, it is never enough. Ever. Don't try to appease people who don't want to be appeased, because they have to be the victims. They have to sit there and scream about how this is not perfect for them as they have it in their mind. The thing is, nobody cares when it comes to voice acting whether somebody is the race of the character that they are voicing. You know what they care about? Whether they sound like the character. And when it comes to something like this, which is essentially a reunion show, could you imagine if they did a very Brady reunion for the Brady Bunch and just recast everybody? When they did the very Brady movie, they had to recast everybody, but that was a remake. This is a reunion. You could have actually had the people, come back and do their voice actor, and they were all kids, so they would have sounded age appropriate. They've all grown up. Their voices have all changed. It would have been perfect. Instead, you've changed everything so that people can be like, you can just hear the Asian in their voices, can't you?
Well, let me tell you this. So real quick, let me just say, I miss the 80s and the 90s in this particular way. Kids gathered around the TV and they watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the height of when that was popular. And there's a villain in the cartoon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him, Shredder. And Shredder is a Japanese villain. He's a Japanese man, right?
Orokusaki.
That's right. Orokusaki, a.k.a. Shredder, was played by James Avery, also known as Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right.
And when you find that out, nobody who has any sense in their head goes, "Oh, I'm so offended. How dare he play a Japanese man?" No, we're all like, "That is so cool. You mean to tell me that Uncle Phil was Shredder? Oh, that's awesome." And that's the world I want to be in. I want to be in the world where we let people play these characters. Go ahead, Marv.
I was just going to say, if Lauren and Brian and Mike actually stuck to these convictions, they would have stepped aside and allowed Asian producers and an Asian director to come in there, taking no money for it, and given all the money to the Asian community.
Yep.
So, Jonas, would you like to know what Lauren Montgomery is most known for?
Oh, please go ahead. I'm sure this is going to be rich.
Asking for the manager at the local Arby's.
Previously on things that have gone woke. Lauren is most famous for being the director on Voltron Legendary Defender, which even Medium, which is no centrist publication, was debating, is this representation or exploitation of the LGBTQIA++ groups? So Jonas, she went from one pot to the next pot, and she's going to turn Avatar into pot. And now the defense is, and I kind of wonder, Jonas, did they leak this on purpose? Because the Ellisons pulled it out of theaters. That seems to have been a very smart choice. Now it's been leaked online. Is this all some sort of elaborate game to create some way of saying, well, it's not because of what we did, it's unpopular because of these two big things?
Right. The other option would have been just to release it straight to Paramount Plus or even HBO Max, since I guess they're going to own that in a couple of months here. this is something where even you go for the animation audience because they're a diehard and dedicated audience, and this is close to anime. I'm not saying it's the same thing. I know this is Western animation, but it's trying to lean in that direction. And that's also an audience that has a lot of feelings about how the product is made. So this to me just seems like they're going for something that it's not like you do Batman versus TMNT and then you have the rights to change things because it's an Elseworlds tale. I think this is so close that it's like it's like an alien wearing the skin suit of a relative here. It's just going to set people off. It's not the kind of thing that true fans of the series are going to enjoy, and it just needs to be this Elseworlds thing, for lack of a better way to put it.
So Riot, this is one of the things we've been following here. I don't like the hypocrisy of it, where you've got this white lady and these white guys, but everybody underneath them, they've got to be ethnically authentic to their roles. But but they're in charge to make money. This is the same thing we saw with Bob Iger at Disney, where and the website was cited for this by the FCC in their investigation of Disney. We found out that Bob Iger, the head of Disney, was getting paid raises because of the quotas for races being hired at the Walt Disney Company. Meanwhile, Bob didn't have to go. He got rich off the scheme. And I don't like this idea, Riot, of where these people, these white guys and girls at the top of these companies or these studios or these projects, they institute these changes below them, but they don't have to live by them. What do you make of this idea that they're virtue signaling from the top, but never affected by what they're doing?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of this, man. And you have to understand, too, it only goes one way. Right? It only goes one way. They can care less if a black actor took a white character's part or an Asian actor took a white character's part. But if an Asian actor or actress takes any other part, right, then it's problematic. So this only goes one way. Now I can understand if it was like equal across the board, and if a character is white, it should be played by a white person, right? Like that. Just okay, fine. If you're gonna play this game, let's do that, right? But that's not what's happening. What's happening is, it only goes one way. Now, the people at the top, without getting into all the BlackRock and Vanguard stuff, because we all know like that is a huge factor in this, especially with Disney. I don't know about these other little companies, but with Disney, for a fact, BlackRock was cutting them checks. Of course, Bob Iger is not going to step aside so that a black person could take his job, right? I mean, come on, that'd be crazy. But
right,
yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He literally had it in the SEC documents to say how many people can I hire that are not white. That was the definition in it. They've gotten rid of it now after years of having diversity as a literal checkbox on the SEC filings.
These people, the people at the top are puppets for these bigger organizations and corporations, right? So Disney's one of them. Look, man, Disney has it in their claws, man, especially under Marvel, that they can't even hire people who understand the source material. Right?
Yeah, we've heard that.
Doesn't want anybody who's read the comics to work for them. Just to show you how messed up all of this is. So I can imagine that some of these other fandoms like anime, which, I'm not the biggest anime person, but to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that even anime is being affected by this, because I thought anime did a decent job of trying to protect itself from this kind of stuff. So I'm not sure why this is happening with the Last Airbender.
So the question I've got for the panel,
interesting is there's one I want to bring up. If we go on straight skills-based stuff right now, the guy who voices Bugs Bunny currently, his name is Eric Bauza. He first of all, he's Asian, and you would
is he a rabbit? Oh, no, Asian. Okay.
Not gonna go there. Anyways, he's Bugs, he's Tweety, he's Daffy, he's all of the people that well, he's also Pepe Le Pew, I suppose, as well. So he is playing French, but it's 100% meritocracy. It's 100% skills based. He's an amazing voice actor, and nobody cares. But when you start bringing into it, well, you're being cast for your identity in the role. That's where everybody just kind of rolls their eyes here. The kind of people that are excited about authentic representation, specifically when we're talking about voice roles, those people ruin everything. And Marv already said it in some way here, so I guess I'm just repeating what he's saying here. The kind of people that want to see reflection in the cast and crew based off of some arbitrary metric about making themselves feel good, those are not the people that make good movies that last the test of time. Those are the kind of people, it's flash in the pan, it's going to be gone really quick, and they want to make everybody feel guilty about not clapping for them. And that is mandatory fun, and no one likes mandatory fun.
Well, look, so the reason why you're not seeing this in anime, you're seeing this here because this is a Western cartoon, just looks like anime.
Right.
But like the anime companies would never stand for this.
Wait, but Avatar is it is a Japanese creation, right?
No, it's American.
This is Nickelodeon. This is actually
okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Of all people, it's Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
It's appropriation.
So-
No.
so-
Go ahead, Marv.
No, like if you started, so like if you were to tell like Dragon Ball all of a sudden, like, hey, the people that you've had playing, like Chris Sabat can't be Piccolo and Vegeta anymore because he's not Japanese. Like the anime community would tear itself to shreds, because at the end of the day, all people want are the voices of the characters as they know them. And Avatar has had this huge problem since the original aired, because Avatar: The Last Airbender is great. Then in Legend of Korra, they started getting in the weeds. They started listening to all the whack jobs. They started getting infected with the woke mind virus, and people hate the Legend of Korra. Then you had the the M. Night Shyamalan movie where he just tried to change everything, and it was the worst thing ever. And now you've got this Netflix show that nobody likes because also they've leaned into that. We couldn't have like there was an entire arc where Katara gains the respect of this like old master who teaches her waterbending after refusing because she's a girl. In the live action version, she still has the fight with him, but then she teaches herself because she doesn't need a man to teach her, how to be a waterbender. It's
right. And okay, so the thing is too, as we look at this, this breaks down the higher the resolution goes and how you're going to pick your voice actors, right? So okay. Is it sufficient to be Asian, or do we need to start breaking this down into, okay, are you Korean, Japanese? Are you Laotian? Are you
right?
They
don't care about that, as you know.
Because all Asians are the same, right, Marv?
Hollywood has decided that all of Asia is one big Asian.
Well, because they all look the same, right? That's the Hollywood way of looking at this. Meanwhile, in Asia,
Seth Rogen cast Jackie Chan as Master Splinter. Master Splinter is Japanese. Jackie Chan is Chinese.
Right, which is to say, it's bigotry, right? Because all Asians are the same to Hollywood. But the other thing to this is, okay, so you picked an Asian voice actor who must be blind to play the blind character. Do we have to pick based on height now? Like, can you play a tall character if you're short? Can you play a short character if you're tall? Because you can't identify with that character. You really can't understand them.
I can tell you the fundamental problem with all. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go Riot. Go.
Yeah, I was going to say the fundamental problem with all of this is that we've gotten to the point where studios don't understand their audience anymore. They just don't, right? There was a time where studios, they put money into research into what their audience wants. And that's how Hollywood made money. The thing is, when you're talking animation, right, that's pretty broad. But then you narrow it down to anime, which even though this is American anime, it's still considered anime. There was an audience for that. There was a specific audience. Now, as a studio, sure, you want newcomers, new eyes on your product. But the people you should be catering to, right, because this is niche already, is the audience of this niche creation, right, this niche product. Studios have gotten so far away from understanding, and this is what happened with Star Wars, what happened with Marvels, what happened with all of these fandoms, is that they've forgotten that, yeah, you want new people, you want the modern audience, but you need those original fans to support it first. And they've lost track of all of that, man. And especially with this kind of, and well, look, I mean, I guess, The Last Airbender is pretty big. I'm not going to call it niche, but it's still niche compared to like a lot of other fandoms, right? Mm-hmm. So when you don't have the fans on board for something like this, normies are not going to jump on board with you.
Well, the other thing too is, they've inverted the goals. So if you're casting for the voices on this, what is goal number one? Goal number one is, I need whoever plays this role to sound just like the character aged up. Okay, now that means that the kid who played Aang, who might not sound the way that you would expect Aang to sound as he gets older, might not be the one who's cast. But the girls who sound exactly the same, just now they're a little bit older, go get them, right? The goal, the number one goal of casting should not be, okay, I've got this little blind Asian girl. I've got to find a little blind Asian girl to play the blind Asian. No! You need to find somebody who sounds like the character, because millions and millions, like literally, they pulled this out of theaters because they're so worried about it. That would have made, if you did this well, it's a $400 million movie. You're costing people hundreds of millions of dollars by casting in an inverted way, Marv.
We saw this with X-Men 97 also. They refused to let the girl who played Jubilee, couldn't play Jubilee anymore because she wasn't Asian. So, you know, we saw that kind of stuff. But what we've also seen, like what I said about how they lump all Asians into one, they do it with Hispanic folks too, because Rachel Zegler clutches her pearls because there are people that say she wasn't Hispanic enough to be Maria in West Side Story. I'm like, lady, you're Colombian and she's Puerto Rican. You're not, according to the rules of woke, you're not able to be Maria.
Also, she played Snow White.
Yeah. But no, there was no
German.
problem with that.
Right. And really, when it comes down to it, the whole philosophy is, well, not white. They're okay in any direction except whiter.
Yeah.
And what do we want, folks? What do we want? We just want to go be entertained and have lots of people have lots of opportunities. Lift everybody up and stop dividing, man. The division is too much. Let's end it. The woke era needs to go away. It is market toxic. So let it go.
I was gonna say really quick. Also, it shows a lack of respect for voice actors, man. Like
it does.
Not anybody could just fucking walk off. I'm sorry about cursing. Not just anybody could walk off the street and become a voice actor, man. Like there is skill involved in being a good voice actor. And if you don't believe me, if you've played Mortal Kombat 1, I'm talking about the most recent game. Megan Fox voices one of the characters, and it is so distractingly awful because she is not a voice actress.
Right.
Voice acting takes a lot of skill, right? So just to pull somebody off the street because they fit the racial profile that you want is BS.
Well, and when
right.
you look at, you know, some of the great voice actors, you look at, you know, Tara Strong or Evie Daly or Dee Bradley Baker or even Mark Hamill, their claim to fame is they are so versatile that they can sound like anything. And you know, by the way, the guy playing Prince Zuko was Rufio from Hook, and I don't know what exactly, you know, he is race wise, but
I think he's Filipino.
He's not white.
That's
I don't know why they got rid of him.
Can I tell you that Rufio, I just saw this. There was a video out there that explained how they did that thing, because he was like 11 or 12 when he did Hook. There's that scene where he takes the sword and puts it right up against Robin Williams, right up against his head really fast. Do you guys remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's that scene. So they talked about in this video how difficult that was for an 11-year-old to do, because it was too dangerous to have him actually take even a prop, even a dulled prop, and you know, stop right at Robin Williams' head. So the way in the 90s they had to do that is they filmed it in reverse. So this guy, who I guess he was Zuko, is that who he played in?
Prince Zuko.
So
he had apparently he's Filipino, by the way. The chat is confirming, which is
he had to memorize. He had to memorize all of that scene in reverse, including the words in reverse, and do the whole thing in reverse and make it look natural. So what an actor, man! What a great job.
He's great. I love that dude.
By the way, we got somebody great. He's in the wings. Let's bring him in right now.
Who could that be? Let's go see, boys and girls.
It's the man, the myth, the legend. It is Culture Casino. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, it's good to see everybody. Good to see you again, Verbal. And
yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a long while. And then, of course, you know, Marvin. I work with Marvin. I talked to Marvin on the phone yesterday. Oh, and happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't known the whole time what I'm supposed to do. Do I call you Verbal or do I call you Riot? Because I can't call you VR because that really throws us off.
Yeah, it's the name of my show. Dante is my name. Like everyone knows me as that. So like that's.
So I need to call you Dante from here going forward.
Either one. I go by either one. Verbal.
Okay, just make
it's easy to. I mean, it's right there in letters, right? So
there you go.
Either one is fine.
Yeah, culture. I'm just gonna say, with your hair pulled forward, it looks like your beard's got an extra 2 feet of length on it there.
He went full Van Winkle on us there.
Yeah, well, beard's getting a little long. Let's be honest and truthful about that. So it is what it is. So, but no, I'm glad to be here. There was a lot of stuff that broke yesterday afternoon and this morning. I couldn't believe it. The official bad news for Disney employees just hit. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah, it's wild.
It's happening.
Yep. Bucky Cat for 2. SEIU, Service Employees International Union.
10-4. We're going to be looking at this and seeing where things intersect with Hollyweird.
Yep. Callegria of Soulbound for 5. Detroit Rock City should have stuck with pizza. I don't know what else to say. Pizza sells better than cars do. You can definitely sell more pizzas for the price of a car. But Packing Protons for 5. Does Marv qualify for senior citizen discounts at the movies now?
No.
Folks, what you don't know is every time he cuts the camera off, it's actually so he can make a run to the restroom. He's hit that age now. The old prostate's just not what it used to be.
Right.
Packing Protons for 5. Skeletor is not a blue-skinned, yellow-faced demon. Oh, wait, it's Jared Leto. Okay, that fits. The voice is actually pretty cool on Skeletor. I'm not gonna lie, that voice in the trailer doesn't sound like Jared Leto and actually sounds pretty cool.
I'm actually happy that they went with that version of his voice instead of trying to recreate the cartoon. It wouldn't have sounded.
Now I'll get you, He-Man.
Yeah, that wouldn't
exactly. Yeah. Douglas Nutt for 2. Might as well call it Ong now. Sigh.
The Legend of Ong. I love it.
Michael Cooley for 5. Should I go to Knoxville and see Bob Dylan tonight? Well, if Bob Dylan invited you over, definitely.
I say go before it's too late. See Dylan while he's still great.
That was a long time ago.
Surprisingly, Timothy Chalamet did a pretty decent Bob Dylan.
I agree.
Come on.
Stop it.
Dog Mom, member for 4. So glad to be a member. We're glad you're a member too, Dog Mom.
Did you guys ever see the behind-the-scenes clip where Bob Dylan's trying to figure out how he can sing like Bob Dylan on "We Are the World" with Michael Jackson? And I
did, and it was amazing.
Who's the one who goes over and tells him, you got to sing it this way? Because he was trying to figure it out, and they're like, no, you got to do like this.
I forgot who it was, man. And it was such a crazy video because I remember Michael Jackson, man. Like he was having problems with a lot of the singers.
Oh yeah,
during that shoot.
Yeah, he was so annoyed.
I remember Bob Dylan. I just can't remember who walked over to him, but yeah,
I think it was Huey Lewis walked over and was like, no, you got to do it because Bob Dylan was trying to sing like everybody else. He said, no, you guys do it like this. We are the world. We are the children. And Bob Dylan, he's becoming like a parody of himself. It's like, okay, I'll do it.
A paycheck's a paycheck, man.
Yeah. That's right. Cyndi Lauper's the one who was getting on Michael Jackson's nerve. He couldn't stand it.
Like the side eye he gave her when she started singing.
Oh, wow. I heard Prince showed up and saw what was going on and said, nah, man, I'm good.
I'm good.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yep. Packing Protons for 5. I hope this isn't true. But, God bless Andy Dick who's going through all that.
I think it is. I think I heard that was true, but we hope it's not.
Yep.
I've had interactions with Andy Dick that were not pleasant. But even I wouldn't wish harm on the guy. So
that's right.
Yep. Packing Protons for 10 more. Even the cast, TMNT cast back in the day was worried folks would be offended by that. Barry Gordon was playing Bebop and Baxter Stockman was going to be a black villain, so they changed him to white. Wait, they made him white so he wouldn't be offensive?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Because they didn't want to stereotype, having the black character be the bad guy who's turned into the Fly. Yeah.
Well, and look, there's a big problem with Hollywood where, for a while they were doing race swapping, but the other way around where every character every actor had to be white. Even if you were playing an Indian, you had to be a white guy, right? So instead of just course correcting and being like, hey, why don't we just cast people according to talent? They completely switched to the other extreme of anybody but white. It's like, that's not progress, guys. That's just
right. In our efforts to kill racism, we switched to this idea of, well, you can't be racist in the other way. And it's like, no, how about we just like everybody? How about we just love everybody? That'd be a great way to go. Let's do that instead.
And let talent win out.
Yeah, merit. And look, that flies in the face of the recent interview piece that they aired over, I think, on the Hollywood Reporter with Issa Rae. and the ridiculousness that she's in pursuit of and what she supports, with DEI being a bad word in Hollywood now. Did you see that, Dante?
Yeah, but she's always been like a Hollywood race hustler. You know what I mean? Like
Well, that's how she-
she's known for this.
That's how she moved from YouTube to HBO in the first place.
Oh yeah, that's how she got the HBO deal was by being a race hustler. So
I'd like to remind everybody out there of what we said earlier in the show. We are the world. We are the children.
Calicria of Soulbound for 10. We are remaking Star Wars episodes 4 through 6. We're going to replace James Earl Jones' Vader voice because Darth is a whiny white space farmer. Oh wait, we did that and it failed.
Dude, I remember a show called The Boondocks, man. You guys probably remember that show. It was a good, great cartoon, hilarious.
It was amazing.
But Charlie Murphy and Samuel Jackson both played white dudes in that
Listen,
show. And
White Chicks is bring back White Chicks, man. It's a great movie. Bring the sequel. Like that's what I'm saying.
It was hilarious, and no one cared, man.
Right?
Well, what about Thomas Jane recently said that he could never play the Punisher again because it wouldn't be right because he's not Italian. And I was like,
oh, come on.
Speaking for paisans everywhere, we don't care.
Well, now wait a minute. Then we got to decide: are you from Northern Italy or Southern Italy? Like, okay, are you Sicilian really? And Jonas, we can't leave this super chat up without this.
I was worried we were going for the power of many clip again.
No, it's James Earl Jones' best acting moment there. The no.
I want to send my thanks to WDW Pro from WDW Pro for the 20 WDW Pro membership.
Pro. Go ahead.
That's all, folks. The first Dragon Queen for 5. 1, Jonas the animatronic is on the first Dragon Queen. First of her name. Thank you very much. What just happened, Pro? What are you up to?
Oh, just getting something ready.
All right. Christian Corriejo for 2. Is there time to change the voices back with AI? That thing's
somebody's going to do it
now.
Somebody will do it.
In the wild, the IMF is compromised.
It is not, Jonas, it is not difficult to do that now, to take a sample of the actors' voices. I'm not telling somebody to do it, but it would be very possible. And I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not advocating for it. I think it's a bad idea legally. But will there be somebody who does that and releases it before the actual release comes out in October?
Well, here's the thing. There's not a lot of AI laws right now. So if you guys were to do anything creative with AI, now's the time to do it because the laws are coming.
There you go.
That's true. Gilliam 2 gifted 5 WDW Pro memberships. You know, I saw your cameo in Rocky, and it was fantastic. Packing Protons for $2. Let's do an all-white version of Fat Albert.
Did you know Fat Albert had a Cessna airplane engine in his car?
That's a voice.
Come up and go, hey, hey, hey.
Well, no, in the all white version would be hello, hello, hello.
That's right.
Hello, hello, hello. That's right.
Scene,
I'm Fat Albert.
that scene in 30 Rock where Alec Baldwin plays all of Tracy's black family.
Oh, that was amazing.
Well, your mother here. Anyways, Doge Pal for 5. Know about a scrapped Pixar project called Bee Fry. Looked like one of those therapy movies Pete Docter spoke about. I think he really wants change. If any Disney executive saw the concept art for Bee Fry, they were right to cancel it. Because right now they're trying to reframe it as, oh, it was like K-pop Demon Hunters.
That's
look at
right.
the artwork for K-pop Demon Hunters, and then look at the concept art for Bee Fry.
That's
Also,
exactly right.
DreamWorks is kind of doing the same thing with Forgotten Island. So
I love, Jonas, that you looked at that and thought the exact same thing I did, because I saw it and said, oh, I see. They're taking something that would have been absolutely floptacular. It's so crazy woke. And the defense is, as they sunset it, well, it was like K-pop Demon Hunters. No. But that's the way to frame it. You're exactly right. That's the game plan.
Right. Packing Protons for 5. Bob, apparently the hippos of a notorious drug lord are in danger. Repair your rep and save the hippos. Are you bad enough? That's all I have to say to that.
Oh, boy. Back to the hippos.
Yep. Clay Napier for 5. There's like 7 Dem candidates splitting the polls. None are polling higher than the 2 Republicans Sellers, Wes, the top Dem polling Potter is next to be cut. They're thinning it out. They're trying to make it clearer. What's the line from Sergeant Bilko? I like a sporting event where the outcome is determined beforehand. It's more organized. This is what's going on in California, in my opinion.
Didn't we cover Potter already? Isn't Potter crazy?
I
covered that 6 months ago. Something came up about that.
Another Potter?
Another
We
Potter.
don't want Pottersville. One of my favorite films says we don't want Pottersville.
He usually does it there, Jonas. Go ahead.
For $2. Paramount doing Clarissa Explains It All reboot. What?
No way.
Excuse me?
That's
What?
no way. No.
That's digging deep.
What do you think about that, guys? What do you think about this Malcolm in the Middle reboot that's just so terrible?
Apparently,
where they've got kids who were clearly straight in the show. Now they're non-binary and they're gay and all this stuff as adults.
It apparently did really well though in viewership. So,
well,
it got 8 million views in the first however many days, which
not bad.
It's the second week you got to look at.
If they offered $7.5 million to the kid who played Dewey and he didn't show up, I gotta wonder what they offered to Bryan Cranston to be in there. I want to know what the budget is on this before I say 8 million is good. Because
His hair dye was impressive.
Because Loki was a failure and got 14 million views.
Wait, the kid who played Dewey got offered $7 million?
$7.5 million and said no. Yeah.
Wow, the balls on that guy.
Yeah, he must have some great investments.
He stayed out. He said he's just not an actor anymore. I'm like, and they whoever they got somebody who looked like him to Skype in. That's it.
I thought he agreed at the last minute to do the Skype thing for them, but it wasn't for the $7 million.
The report was buckets of money, and then the official figure came out not too long after, and it was, getting near $10 million. So
there you go.
No. Irate specialist for 10. The audience just wants to be entertained. We can't see the voice actors. We can only hear them. In other words, we want Jonas to voice Kunta Kinte in the animated Roots remake. Y'all, Roots was so good. LeVar Burton back in the day was the coolest guy in the entire world.
But also the studios wouldn't have the balls to do Roots today.
But we don't talk about OJ. No.
I've never seen that irate clip before. That's good. Packing Protons for 5. Jonas will be canceled because when he finally goes on camera, he will not look like his avatar. He's really a blind 5'3", blind, black, double blind.
Double blind.
That's
Jonas is part of the Blind Boys of Alabama. He just doesn't talk about it.
I'm apparently Ray Charles, which that's pretty cool.
If you're Ray Charles, I am so much happier.
You take my money. Robin 10 for $2, just dropping some tithing in the hat.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Packing Protons for 5. Also, most voice actors are as woke as Mark Hamill. Working ones are.
I don't care. Believe whatever you want. I just don't want to hear about it.
Right. I just don't want you to vocally hate me. Just don't tell me that you hate me. And if you don't do that, I'll still watch your stuff.
I'd say the ones that are really bad, there's probably a high percentage of the ones that are really bad that are getting a lot of work that are. But there's some voice actors who are shockingly conservative that I'm not going to out on this podcast today.
I've met a few where I wouldn't say that of all. You know what? I will say though, there's more woke voice actors in video gaming than in in animation.
Bad News Badger for 50 Danish kroner. Didn't Eddie Murphy voice a Beast of Burden in Shrek? Wonder what the underpaid workers Justice Warriors has to say about that.
I don't know, but he's getting paid a lot more to play that same Beast of Burden in the upcoming Shrek. I don't remember the numbers right now, but he and Cameron Diaz and what's his name? Help me out, guys. Mike Myers. Oh my gosh, the amount they were paid to come back for Shrek 5 or 6 or whatever this will be. Oh my gosh. Crazy numbers.
If they were smart, that whole movie would be about like making fun of the woke stuff. Make fun of Disney for the past 10 years, and you are golden.
Zendaya's in it, so it won't be about that.
No, you're right.
Did they want it to fail? Why would you put Zendaya in anything?
Well, it was supposed to be about her, and they've delayed the movie now because they hired new guys to come in and play the brothers. And now it's going to be less girl power. But originally, I think the script was about Zendaya being the the girl power daughter who saves the day.
Just J10 for 5. I have to point out a detail as a former Californian. If you line up people from China, Korea, Vietnam, Japan, etc., we couldn't tell the difference. Well, it's because they're all played by the same 12 actors in Hollywood production.
Oh, no. And why can't they be played by Ke Huy Quan instead? Like, oversee Mulu every single time. Please. He's pure joy, the man.
I know he's not in like everything, but when James Hong dies, I'm going to be sad. Like, he's getting up there.
Oh, James Hong is a legend, man. I mean, come on.
Legend.
If you were around during the 80s, man, he was the Asian guy in everything.
Everything. And Seinfeld. Christian Coriejo for 5. Another recent example of voice acting hypocrisy is the Owl House, where 2 of its white characters, Hunter and Willow, are voiced by black voice actors. I keep hearing that if I bring back everything woke, that I need to do a long examination of the Owl House.
But I'll tell you this, to be completely consistent, I have no problem whatsoever with black actors playing white characters. I do not care. Great for them. I love it. So let the best talent win. That's what I say.
Well, you know, even on Family Guy, they recast Cleveland because Cleveland was played by.
Why did they recast Cleveland?
Sorry.
My name is Cleveland,
Jonas.
and I am proud to be.
Jonas and I both just couldn't help it.
I mean, there were a few, like, I guess from their viewpoint, there were a few problematic things about Cleveland in that show. But then again, you're talking about the Family Guy, man. Like, the whole show is problemac.
We know
their point of view.
I love Cleveland Jr. But Dad, we were going to go to Williams-Sonoma.
The one that makes me the most irritated, though, is the Apu thing from The Simpsons, right? And that was one of the first things that caused this. If they had stopped it, this wouldn't have happened. That character is one of the only characters in the whole show who is sensible and smart and saves his money and is, he's like a genius who is, living there in Springfield. And instead, they all pretend that, oh, no, this was a denigrating view of, no, it wasn't. He's an entrepreneur running the Quickie Mart.
It's like that line in that, is it season 2 of The Office where Michael looks at Oscar and he says, is there a less offensive term than Mexican that I can use to refer to you as? Kaylee off for 5. Culture, can you please do a special on sweet potatoes and their heart health benefits and blood sugar regulation?
Oh, no. Here we go.
You know what? I'll consider doing that.
We need a glycemic index video about tubers, please.
Well,
God.
I mean, you have to figure out how to use slow release starches in your diet. So we could certainly talk about it.
Michael Cooley for 5. Anton Fig is drumming for Dylan tonight. That's cool. A real life egg wizard. It's impolite to slurp one soup. Why was this starred, Pro?
I have no idea, but I love it. I also love that garden place with 534 subscribers. Folks, get him to 1K. Culture Casino is going to talk to you about the glycemic index of sweet potatoes and all their different varieties. Culture, is there a purple sweet potato out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I like how you say that as if we're just idiots for asking. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you poor plebe. Of course there are.
Look, the benefits of eating vegetables with that particular color far outweigh almost every other vegetable's value when it comes to proper health, rebuilding your cellular structure, preventing cancer. There's a lot of benefits.
So find the purple.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't know that.
We are about to lose our treasured panelist here, Verbal Riot. Y'all, if you have not done it, please go over and check out Verbal Riot, the rebel voice of media and pop culture, over on the Verbal Riot YouTube channel.
I will say this: if you guys are easily offended, I'm probably not the one for you because I can get a little rough. But if you're not easily offended, you have a thick skin, then you'll have a good time.
I'm ready to roll, man. I'm going to go see what you got, and let's see what are the videos we got down here. You're putting a parental advisory on your video thumbnails.
I mean,
I love it.
At least I'm being honest, right? Like YouTube can't find me for that. So
I love it. I love it. All right, well, Verbal Riot, man, I hope you come back on real soon. I loved having you on the program, and let's do it again, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. I had a great time with you guys. I would stay longer, but I got to take the pup to the vet. So
I understand. Listen. If Katy Perry, if there's an update, I'll call you tomorrow. We're going to get this thing going.
I appreciate that. But anyway, guys, have a great rest of the show. And have me on soon. Have me on again.
Later, my man.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Dante. All right. What else we got here? Caveat ties for $2. Watch that garden place. Makes you feel comfy.
That's a happy little purple potato. That's a happy little purple potato. We're just going to plant him right there with a little happy little shovel.
But that's actually a joke on one of the most recent videos I did because I'm planting English comfrey.
Oh boy! Next, you're going to be planting confefe.
No, although there are plants that do simulate coffee that you can grow easily in almost any soil. Yeah.
Pack of Protons for $5. A Jonas L take is Cameron Diaz Prime is hotter than Sydney Sweeney. Well, I think Cameron Diaz in the Kelvin universe is probably more attractive than Cameron Diaz Prime. Multiversal Cameron Diaz is a subject with a lot of complicated fan theories, but I'll tell you this: I'm married, so I try not to do the who's hotter thing online. So, Polyvita Gamer for $5 took the initiative and asked Doomcock on a WDW album team up. He said he's a solo singer, but also said you never know. Harvey is yes to be the backup.
Oh, I'm excited. We've got Harvey, baby. Let's do it.
You did a duo thing. Wouldn't it still be a single because you're the same person?
Dope. I'll drop into the bass.
Hacky Protons for $2. Dante had the swear word pass from Jonas today. No, he didn't. He did it.
I'll tell you. I think if Doomcock and I were to do an album, we need to sing Peaches. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. Sing it, Jonas.
1,000 Koopa Troopers couldn't keep me from you. Clay Napier for $5. California politics is what happens when the media becomes beholden to the party. The people truly are the losers. I probably should have inserted some punctuation in there to say it right. My apologies. When you have a self-interested and deep-seated bureaucracy in a state, like a deep-seated state or a deep state, it's hard to get them back out of power.
All right, folks, we've got to say goodbye as well to Jonas J. Campbell, who's going to miss out on this great story coming up, Netflix versus Disney. One is winning the streaming war. Jonas, any guess on who it is that's winning?
It's probably the one people are actually watching.
Oh, my. I think you're right.
Right.
Jonas J. Campbell, you're out of here. Keep the shoulder pads straight and keep this tie looking good. The Windsor Knight, or Windsor Knot, as always, is looking all right.
And keep moving forward.
There you go. And he's off, folks. He's off to the races. And that swear jar today is going to be mighty full, taking it to the bank. Culture, Marv, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Culture, did you tell him happy birthday again?
Yes, I can do it again. Happy birthday, Marv.
Thank you, Culture.
We pulled in just for the intimacy of the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, let's win it again. Disney Plus, not doing so well against Netflix. Investors are realizing that Netflix is eating Disney's lunch, and I've got a hunch this never had to be. From 24/7 Wall Street, hosted by Yahoo Finance, Netflix versus Disney, one is winning the streaming war, the other is not even close. They're reporting what we've been telling you forever, ladies and gentlemen. Netflix reported a Q4 2025 revenue of $12.05 billion. That's up 17.6% year over year, with paid subscribers reaching 325 million. And ad revenue more than doubling to over $1.5 billion for the full year, while operating income grew 30% to almost $3 billion. That's what we call profit. Almost $3 billion of profit. Walt Disney, on the other hand, posted a Q1 full year 2026 revenue of $25.98. We'll call that $26 billion, up 5.2%, with streaming, this is what matters, streaming combined together generating $450 million of operating income. Now, you might look at this and say, well, Disney's doing better than Netflix. However, consider for a moment that Disney is theme parks, cruise lines, etc., all that put together. And when we just do streaming, Disney is only at $450 million. $450 million in profit versus Netflix at how much? $3 billion in profit. That means that Disney is something like 6 times less than Netflix in streaming success. If we go to the article, it says Netflix reported fourth quarter 2025 revenue of $12 billion, up 7.6% year over year, while Disney posted first quarter Revenue of 25 up 5.2%. Both compete in streaming, but their strategic momentum has rarely diverged more sharply. One accelerates, the other manages complexity. Subscribers are pulling away at Netflix. If we go down, though, it says streaming for Disney and Hulu combined posted SVOD operating income of $450 million at 8.4% margin. Progress, but still a fraction of Netflix's profitability. Meanwhile, the entertainment segment operating income fell 35% due to heavy programming and marketing costs. Netflix is winning and investors are noticing. But culture, it never had to be this way. Disney made a strategic decision at some point that they wanted to get into streaming rather than having Netflix pay them for the whole thing. Culture, this is turning out to have been a major snafu. Disney has invested something like $100 billion total into streaming, and yet they're getting 1/6 the profit as Netflix. So culture, how big of a mistake was it for Disney back in the day, 6 years ago, to jump into this when they could have just said, hey, Netflix, put a Disney tab up and pay us billions of dollars to do so? Wouldn't that have been the better way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anybody that was observing it at the time was questioning it. I often thought it was a disaster for them to get into it in any studio. I'm like, look, you have a certified guaranteed win in your niche, and you have somebody else that's going to pay for your content so that you can license it out but still retain it. So why are you not just taking advantage of not just Netflix, but also of Amazon and Apple? You knew that tech guys were going to get into this, but you didn't have to. And that's the other problem, is the enormous amount of expenditures that Iger had along the way. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, he acquired a lot of things and a lot of tech that they're really not benefiting from. If they just partnered up with somebody in the first place, they would have been far better off. And a lot of that tech, let's say, is getting antiquated compared to the newer delivery systems of streaming, in the way that they distribute their content. So they really did try to go after reinventing the wheel. And ultimately, Hulu was I'm going to say it, Hail Mary for Iger, because, he wanted to exploit something he'd acquired, but he didn't quite understand everything he got with Fox. And that's why it took so long to get 20th Century up and running in a positive way. And it took so very long to incorporate Hulu into Disney minus. And that's really how I viewed it. And when one thing I think that may be missing from any article we cite is that overall the penetration in the market for Disney is only about 10% of streaming. That's it. It's gone down by like 2% over the last 2 years.
Well, I think last time I saw it, culture, we're down at like, what, 5% now? 5% of you're talking about the overall. Okay, you're right. 10% if we're just looking at streaming. If we're looking at all of television usage, it's down at 5%. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and that's also partly their fault as well, because they backed away from all of their linear side of the equation, and now we're seeing stronger linear, which is why we're not getting numbers out of Nielsen in their gauge report anymore, and why they've delayed them until fall. Can you
my
believe
God,
that?
I did not know that. You're telling me this for the first time. Nielsen has delayed the data until fall now that they weren't giving monthly?
We haven't seen data in 2 months now. Is that right?
Oh my gosh! Unless they've updated it.
Did I write an article
data?
on that?
Yes,
the gauge report. I may have written an article. It may not be released yet, but
I mean, I've been covering Nielsen numbers for
hasn't changed
Academy for weeks.
Yeah, so we don't have February numbers right now.
No, I'm pretty sure
we got February. We don't have March.
Oh, we don't have March. Okay, we don't have March. We have February now.
We have February now.
Okay.
In fact, since we're on this topic,
I've been covering the Starfleet Academy numbers since it all started. So
right. So if we go right now, I'll pull this up. If we go to the data from February for Nielsen, you can see that Disney is at exactly 5%. Boy, did I call that. Which, if we were to remove the broadcast, cable, and other and just go with the streaming market share, Disney would be at about 10%. So, culture, you're right. But all of that is everything Disney has. 5% is it. 5% of the time, people are using Disney to watch TV. That is exceedingly low, guys.
Well, what it does demonstrate is that Iger disassembled the synergies, the flywheel, and everything else that was in support of the content that they made. So, it's been disastrous. At least
watch YouTube taking away. I mean, this is us. This is content creators, 12.7% versus everything Disney has. ESPN, Hulu, Disney Plus, 5%. If we go down, let's see how they're doing. We want to go down here. Oh, they're dropping more. Disney is down at 9.9% in terms of content creators things that they've made that can be on anything, right? So if it shows on YouTube, if there's a Disney video that shows on YouTube, it goes to Disney in this chart. YouTube content creators right now are 12.7% of everything that appears on the TV. And the reason that NBC Universal Versant jumps like crazy here and takes the lead, you never see this. They won't be. This is measuring the Olympics. So that's what happened there. Okay, well, that's fascinating stuff. Marv, as we look at the failure of Disney Plus to a large degree, losing to Netflix so badly, Marv, it didn't have to be this way. Despite the fact I think they should have paid Netflix to host them, or excuse me, had it the other way, Netflix pay them to host Disney Plus content and just make Disney Plus a Netflix tab. Marv, they could have still won if they had just not destroyed Star Wars and Marvel. That was the critical mistake.
Well, I mean, that was the big feather they had in their cap. It's why they thought they could take it to Netflix. Netflix and Hulu were the two only games in town when it came to streaming. Netflix was where you went for older content, and Hulu was where you went for the things that were currently out. Seasons that were currently ongoing. And then all of a sudden CBS All Access started up, and then everybody was suddenly like, hey, why are we giving Netflix all this money? We could just do it ourselves. And they find out, well, you know what? Maybe it's not as easy as that. Disney thought that they had with their content library and with, Marvel and Star Wars with new content coming out, that they were going to be able to easily overtake all of this. Not the case. The problem is you can have all the legacy content that you want. The problem is that you have to create content that's good, that people actually want to watch, and that was where the disconnect happened.
Well, it happened in 2019, right before the end of the end. We headed into the dark ages, and that's the problem. Their forward thinking, or their approach to streaming and everything, was going to be reliant on them continuing to produce nothing but winners and set all these epic box office records, because 2018, 2019, two of the best years in the history of the box office earnings, and now you have fewer butts and seats, right?
Correct.
There you go. Well, folks, we're going to pay attention to this, but right now investors are starting to get very angry at Disney. And why? Well, a distant third place. Yeah, it's a special month where NBC got Olympics viewership ratings, and we're not even sure about those. They've got a disclaimer down there in the bottom right. But YouTube eating Disney's lunch, and even with Netflix in fourth place in the gauge here, you got to remember that's because anywhere people watch Disney stuff, it's getting counted. If you go back up to the overall market share, Disney at 5%. Let's shrink that down so we can get it where everybody can see. Disney at 5%. That's everything. Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, losing by 3.4% to a single service at Netflix, and of course YouTube, just absolutely dominating. All right, guys, girls, that's where we'll leave it for now. But Bob Iger made a big $1 billion mistake when he decided to have everything staked upon Disney Plus, and now they must be wishing that $1 billion could come right back to them. Folks, keep an eye on it. It matters. Disney in a lot of trouble there. Universal Studios Epic Universe is prepping a major change that could revolutionize theme parks in Central Florida. This out of Attractions magazine, portal testing at Epic Universe gives fans a taste of what may be ahead. It's by Donnie Mayoring. It says, fans are closely watching developments at Universal Epic Universe where new images circulating online appear to show photo validation testing underway at portal entrances in Celestial Park. That's a lot to say, and, well, it's not obvious what that is about, but let us explain. Folks, on the right side of this image, you can see the portal going into, I believe that's Dark Universe, it is, and you can see the new facial recognition system. What this is doing is Universal Studios appears to be implementing what Jay originally broke here on the channel, Drunk 3PO that is, that they may at nighttime now be allowing people to go into Celestial Park, especially if you're a Helios hotel occupier, a guest there. You may get to go to Celestial Park for free and go around and eat food and enjoy festivals and all that kind of stuff. But then if you want to ride the rides and go inside the portals, you're going to have some sort of ticket. But you can have special events inside some of the lands all on their own. Essentially, they could shut down places like Isle of Berk and keep Nintendo open, or Dark Universe. And this is a game changer. It's what we've been calling for, and it appears to now be on the way. Let's see if we've got one more video or image. This is an image of Celestial Park, which is essentially a huge retail space. Marv, you love Epic. I love Epic too. It looks like now with the fireworks announcement and then coinciding with this, we are getting really close to a brand new way of handling night times that could leave Epic open really late and turn Celestial Park in the evening hours into a giant themed city walk. What do you think about it, Marv?
I think one of the things about Epic that is the weakest is that in daylight savings time situations, you have got issues where the park is not open late enough to really experience the nighttime stuff. So if anything that can keep it open later, I think is great. I think it would be pretty crazy to turn crazy in a good way to turn Celestial Park into a free to enter area. I think that, you know, with the shopping and the food that they have there, I mean, Pizza Moon, I mean, bro, we had Pizza Moon. It's the best theme park pizza you could ever possibly have.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then, but you know, with the facial recognition software, now that's probably going to be not just for the evening time. It's probably also going to be for the early admission access that they use to bring people in. You know, like resort guests, Universal Resort guests can go into some of these lands early. So it's going to have a lot of uses, I think. And yeah, I think it's a cool idea, especially because, you know, for the things that are there in Celestial Park that the paying customer wants to experience, you've got the entire daylight hours to, you know, before it starts getting crowded when you let the general public in. And if they're going to be doing a fireworks show there every night, as has been rumored that they are doing, they're currently hiring people specifically for those roles, you essentially are giving them a free fireworks show.
Oh, what an amazing, yeah, absolutely. It's going to bring in tons of people in. The other thing this does, Culture, go ahead, Marv.
I was just going to say, Disney used to experiment with nighttime shows at Disney Springs. Like they did the drone show that one Christmas at Disney Springs, and then just decided to stop doing it. They never did it again.
By the way, kudos to Screen Rant for sharing this. It's a video of the opening ceremonies for Epic, the fireworks they had there, but we think this would be a good reflection of what they would do every night. Culture, if they go with this plan where you can get into Epic, into Celestial Park in the evenings for free, and then you can go to the themed lands with a pass, and maybe they can even have some of these areas behind the portals be VIP events. Culture, they can essentially double attendance. And then they actually make the run at Disney because they're currently at capacity day after day after day. But if they can double the attendance by opening this up to people for a second daily event that starts at like 7 p.m., goes to 2 a.m., look out, Culture. I mean, this suddenly becomes the hottest theme park in Florida.
If it isn't already, but I'll just say it this way. I thought this was always the plan, that they were going to isolate this from the portals, and if you had tickets, you could go through the portals, and that this would be available as a city walk type of area. It makes sense, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, financially, there's first of all the outdoor entertainment should be able to be enjoyed by everybody that's in that area, and whether or not they're paying guests or not, the benefit's going to be that it's going to bring people in to eat, drink, and celebrate. Probably one of the most interesting areas we've had in a very long time. So, you know, this takes Fountain of Nations, Bellagio, and you know, and all the other, you know, water fountains that we've had over the years, and puts it, you know, at a whole new level, along with fireworks, drones, all the other things we talked about the other day. And this is a big win. If they do this, this is going to print money. This will do nothing but print money. And I know where I will always find Marvin at night.
Well, there are a lot of concert venues and areas that they just don't use currently that they could activate for this. I know in the afternoons and the evenings they'll have a singer out, you know, near the Starbucks area, but this could absolutely become a total party atmosphere. And with the fountains and the upgrades, they could have movie clips playing, you know, where they project onto the water screens. It doesn't have to be fireworks nonstop. You know, if they do 10 minutes of fireworks, they can still leave the fountains on and project and do all kinds of shows into the evening, into the late evening. And this becomes a heck of a place. I mean, Marv, this would be the #1 theme park for going for New Year's Eve. I mean, there's no contest if they pull out all the stops.
Absolutely.
No contest. Every single 4th of July, everything becomes, how do I get to Epic to see this? Because the combination of all parts of nighttime spectacular, they're going to make it spectacular. So go, Universal, go. Culture, I'll give you the last word on this one. What do you say to the few who might be detracting on this and they feel skeptical? They say, well, actually, I don't want just anybody to come into Celestial Park. I would rather pay the premium and have less people there and get a nighttime experience where I can go anywhere all the time without, I don't like the facial recognition. I don't want my photo taken. What do you say to them, Culture?
I say, well, then don't go through the airport or the bus terminal or any building ever, because it's already here. Most of this is already here. It frustrates me as well. I like to protect my privacy. I don't want to offer myself up for any kind of tracking. And yet, in order to just progress about your daily life, you're constantly being monitored, even when you're sitting in the back of an Uber. Likely there's a dash cam that's paying attention to your behavior in that. So I just look, you're always on camera. That part of your privacy, unfortunately, is long gone. And there's probably a database that can probably predict where you're going to be at any point in time. So look, if you just want the elite experience, I get that, but there is still going to be plenty of private events. Wouldn't you think, Marv?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
All right. Yeah, that's right. I think the opportunity to put these VIP events in a specific land lets the park keep going and solves the problem that Disney has, where entire theme parks are taken down by these VIP events. Folks, we'll pay attention to it, but Universal Studios getting ready to revolutionize and do what we've been saying they should do. I got a feeling they knew it even before we did in this case. Way to go. Keep it up. And let's see what happens with nighttime spectaculars every night at Universal's Epic Universe. Well, folks, you just have to believe it. Well, you got to see it to believe it. Even in this case, it's hard. Disney is putting out this new amazing announcement, and frankly, it's got us thinking they've gone completely loco. Yeah, it's hot. Dang it, it's hot, says Bob from WDW Magic. As summer Disney World attendance slides, that's what we've been saying for a long time, right? Is everybody agreeing now? We're all in agreement now? Hey, pixie dusters, you see this? It's been sliding like we told you. Disney patents a system to make the heat more manageable. Now, Culture, you might hear that. You might hear that Disney is they've patented something to make the heat more manageable in Florida. And you might think, okay, cool. They've got some sort of new air conditioning system, or they got some new, new way of keeping you cool outside in the Florida sun. Okay, well, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Well, get ready to be underwhelmed. Disney Enterprises has filed a patent for a system that could one day warn Walt Disney World guests when they are approaching dangerous heat or environmental exposure limits. Really?
You mean a severe weather alert? I already have that on my phone.
Yeah. The patent application, published April 2nd, 2026, is titled Predicting and Mitigating Effects of Environmental Conditions. The system pulls real-time environmental data, temperature, humidity, UV index, air pollution, wind speed, and more, and cross-references it with individual-specific information to predict when a person is likely to hit a biological exposure threshold. So, Culture, what they're doing here, so I can explain this, is Disney has invested however much money so that your phone can beep at you and tell you you're too hot. Boy, thank you, Bob. I know he's gone, but he had to have greenlit this. Thank you. I could not have possibly figured out by my sweat alone that I needed to go indoors. Now, what makes this all the more insulting and infuriating and makes you wonder what the heck is happening at Disney is this report from the same website in the same 24 hours news cycle. New covered seating area now completed between Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land. Oh my.
Yeah, it's not really much of a seating area.
Yeah, and they put up 2 semi-shaded covers with a couple of fans that you probably won't be able to feel. So let me get this straight, okay? Let me see if I've got this. The Walt Disney Company has patented a brand new way to keep you safe in the heat because it tells you you're too hot. Because you couldn't tell that on your own. You couldn't have sweated through your clothes and said, I think I'm going to go find some air conditioning. You need your phone to beep at you. As opposed to the Disney company actually investing in shade, real shade, and air conditioning. Because that, Culture, would cost too much money for the Walt Disney Company to actually invest in shade and air conditioning. And just to drive this point home, ladies and gentlemen, let's remember that Disney has been on like a decades-long drive to destroy the ways you would hide inside from the heat and other bad weather. If we go back to Epcot, Culture, You see this Communicore Hall and Plaza that was over here once upon a time? This is not how Epcot looks today. They bulldozed this culture. This was all air conditioning. It was put there because the original designers of Epcot knew you needed air conditioning, and Disney destroyed it. Culture, the Google Maps did not pick this up super well. It's only showing some of this stuff. All of this intricate triangular stuff used to expand all the way between Communicore Hall and Plaza.
Oh, yeah.
And over here to the other side, right, Innovations. It went all the way across because Imagineers at Disney once upon a time knew that you had to block the sun because it's crazy hot. And then you walk past this fountain that would mist you because they would have the fountains really high when it got super hot. So as you walked by, you got a gentle misting to keep you cool. And they destroyed all that culture. But thank goodness, some might say, thank God, that Disney has developed an app now that'll solve all that by telling you, hey, you're too hot. You should go find air conditioning somewhere. Well, where should I go? App tells me. Oh, we don't know anymore. We destroyed all that. Just get out of the sun. This is, geez Louise, they're incompetent culture.
Well, look, you mentioned something. The breezeways were aptly named between the two sets of buildings. They're on the right, you had two big buildings. On the left, you had two big buildings. They were divided by a breezeway in the center. You had the incorporation of, as you described, the wonderful fountain in the center. And they provided plenty of shade. This is a park-like environment at the very front of the park in Future World that I always felt like was strategically designed to, give guests relief. There were large expanses of areas, whether it was for shopping at Mouse Gear or other places, that would allow for you to have a pause, have a bit of a shop, and generate revenue at the same time. They had one of the most unique Starbucks, and on the backside of that was a giant empty hall that you could have done your parachute play games for Cool Kids Summer in way back when, if you were looking for a place to do that. But there was always something to do inside, and most of those pavilions were designed with that in mind. Giant domes or circles that would allow for effective and efficient cooling. They also used chiller cooling rather than regular air conditioning. And one final note, way back when, and I think it was all the way back in the 90s or maybe even the 80s, Disney was researching cooling towers that were evaporative in nature that would distribute cooler air outdoors at all times in the parks. But you're right. Right now, the Imagineering is very anti, be outside.
It's crazy to me, culture. They have spent more than 10 years destroying places to go and get out of the rain or the heat with air conditioning. And now that their summer attendance is plummeting, what is the answer? They've made an app that just tells you when you're too hot. And it doesn't do it by reading your bio or anything. It's not like you're wearing a Fitbit. No, it's just an app that looks at the temperature outside and says, hey, it's 102. Maybe you should go inside. Thank you.
That. Yeah, my weather app already does that.
But Marvin, look at this.
I get an alarm every day. So
they've solved the problem, Marv. Look at this massive shade they're providing for people at Toy Story Land as they sit there and eat. Look at this. And I love too, Marv. I love that the picture has been taken clearly in the morning or the evening where the shadows have been cast from the trees, as opposed to what the shade is made for in the middle of the day when the sun is bearing down on you. Also, this shade doesn't even cover the tables.
This area will be taken up by people in 2 seconds flat.
Yep.
It's the major problem that is going on in Toy Story Land is that you have Woody's Lunchbox, which is actually a pretty popular destination for quick service food. It has some pretty decent stuff over there. And the problem is there's nowhere to sit. The tiny little area that they have provided is you end up having to do the thing where you have to just sit there and watch and wait for somebody to get up and then try to steal their seat before the guy that just got there 2 minutes ago steals it before you. They don't have any kind of system in place to get people to tables the way they've tried to in the past. They've tried to expand that. It's still not enough. Now they're moving to this. It's still not enough. It's crazy how...
It is crazy. And look, this has been a problem for how long, Marvin? I mean, we've been poking fun at this forever. I think we have a clip, don't we, Pro, of Bob talking about, well, they measured it in July. the temperature, and I'm
Visitor
like,
attendance in July went down, but July is hot in Florida. Yep.
As if the temperature in Florida changed.
Yeah,
For the first time ever.
Yeah, and in 2022, Mousetrap News, which is a parody site, released these grand plans for, a cooling system outdoors. So for, full climate control back in 2022 with a special outdoor installation and patented refrigerant. Of course, that was all not true. But look, to me, their thoughts about the people that they're supposed to be drawing in have never been particularly progressive, despite their efforts in other areas to be more progressive. See, I use that word the proper way and not the progressive way it's used.
Can I tell you how we've arrived at this level of silliness when it comes to Disney? Look at this headline again. As summer Disney World attendance slides, Disney patents a system to make the heat more manageable. No, that's really not what is happening here.
No.
So how do we arrive at a place where they're putting up teeny weeny itsy bitsy shades, spending as little as they have to, and they're putting out a new app for your phone and pretending that's enough? I'll guarantee you this announcement is supposed to be a way to make investors think Disney's really doing something, with Disney still doing nothing. Because the solution here is you need more indoor space. You need air conditioning. You need misters. You need places for people to go and get away from the sun. But Disney doesn't want to spend on any of that. So how do you make investors not be so freaked out by the low attendance this summer? Tell them you're working on something, anything. And then when you read the fine print and you go, wait a minute. MyWeather.com app does that already. You're not supposed to read that. That's not what it's about. This is about calming the investors for what's coming this summer. That's it.
It's frustrating because this is something my phone does automatically. I don't even need to have any of those.
See, you read the culture. You're not supposed to read that far into this. I told you again. That's not what it's for.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
so
geez.
surface level journalism. That's what we have now.
That's right. Thank goodness they destroyed so much of the indoor areas at Disney World so we can all enjoy that 102 degrees in August. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. All right, folks, we've got Super Chats. Let's get to them right now. Here we go. Paggy Protons for 2, Doomcock and Wilton host a 130K celebration. That might be worse than Harvey for Doomcock. I mean, I got to say that might be the... Yeah, I wouldn't punish him. Telegraph Soulbound for 10, Culture Casino. I found using a CGM that berries blue straw black do not spike my sugar as much as 1/2 cup of steel cut oatmeal.
Yeah.
What say you on berries? No, Franken.
I'm a big fan of berries for a lot of reasons, especially the dark pigmented ones, again, because of the anthocyanins. But there have been studies done on why purple potatoes, have a slower release, and why proper preparation can also significantly change the way your body's, process starch and sugars. So that's part of a conversation. I will not give you medical advice specifically in that area because it can be dangerous to your health. But what I will say is that's not surprising to me. In fact, I think some of the latest research is like this can help in a lot of those areas and actually prevent plaque in your arteries. So it's a whole other conversation indeed.
There you go. But I'm a fan of the berries. Eat the berries.
Yeah.
Christian Corlejo, 4-5. Will Culture also have cooking tips and park food ideas on that garden place?
Yeah.
It's very refreshing to see Culture cover topics that make him happy.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely will. That's again one of the other things. Again, I was inspired by Pro and a few other people who know just how much I love to garden and to cook. So actually, this week I've got a couple of shorts already planned in my head and some images taken, and I'm going to be showing you how to make I think salsa and pico de gallo, as well as your own salad dressing, so that you can skip the seed oils. We'll show you how to make some salad dressing this week.
Evil sesame seed man. Marv, if you had to do that whatever place, something that you enjoyed, what would be your that whatever place?
That writing place.
That writing place.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
It would be me and Carol Brown giving people advice on how to write your story.
Just after attending you speaking, my friend, I was overwhelmed with your knowledge and understanding and your ability to deliver what you knew. It was amazing. Well,
he's a legend. And there's going to be a day when Marvin is going to be, you never know what happens, but Marvin has the capacity, the capability to one day be that next Andy Weir where we're reading it and we're going, wow, I knew this was going to happen to him.
I would love, like, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, like just to do a whole series on, how to write your story, how to set aside the time to write your story. And I would want to partner with Carol for that because she is a brilliant writer. So yeah, I've been thinking a lot about that lately.
Excellent. I would have that coffee place or that sushi place. Sounds good to me, but never at the same time. Fallen Angel for 5. Jameson Price, the original English voice actor for Chad in the Bleach anime, surrendered his role to his ethnicity for 1,000-Year Blood War. It's a shame. It's a shame, folks. As long as you're treating these roles with the kind of respect that they deserve, I don't like the idea of moving people out of their roles if they're beloved. I don't enjoy it at all. The job of acting is to act. The job of an actor is to put themselves into a role, into the shoes of others that they do not know, and to inhabit that new place. What we should be doing.
Not for nothing, with anime, if you want to hear a Japanese person do the voice of the anime, there's the original version, which is subtitled.
That's right. See Andrew Nelson, or is it Candrew Nelson for 5? Greetings from the dark side. Happy birthday to Marv.
Thank you.
We've got Packing Protons for 2 tagged you with Clarissa relaunch poster. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I saw it. If that's real, then that's really dumb.
I got my doubts. Tadil the 10th for 2. Buon compleanno, Marv. Tanti aguari.
Grazie.
Did I get that right, Marv? Did I pronounce it correctly?
Close enough.
Okay. What do they say? Vinadurci? I don't remember. Seabrew for 2. I would definitely go during the night. Yes, we would too. Take me to Epic. And Snarky's out there dropping a 5 membership gift. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sniffing what the stink is cooking, it's Snarky. We're going to save that. That's a good line. Snarky, would you look at that? We played the one without the nuggies on accident. Snarky for 2, 3 hours in the dentist chair. Total suckage. Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that, Snarky. And then Snarky responds back and tells us, for 5, I am not allowed to chew on either side. Eating just got interesting for 2 weeks. I guess I'll weigh 90 pounds by then. Fun. Snarky, you are going to be drinking a lot of milkshakes. Take this time and be like, you know what? I've always wanted to enjoy the full menu of Baskin-Robbins and just go to town, buddy. Go to town. Don't stick with the insurers unless your doctor tells you to. Go out there and have a good time with the tasty stuff. We've got Dogepal for 5. Watch cartoon fandoms attract the mentally ill seriously by Clownfish. Gives great insight, and I'm genuinely embarrassed to be an animation fan. Don't be embarrassed to be a fan. This is the embarrassment of the studios and the crazy people they put in charge. This too shall pass. Irate Specialist for $4.99. I wonder if this will work for the cast members working in their parking lots. Ooh, yeah. So I always feel badly for the people in the parking lots in July and August. Can you imagine, Marv, if they're out there working, nowhere to go, and the little ding happens on the phone, says, "It is too hot for you. You should get out of here." Yay, thanks. I'm parking cars.
I hope it's with the voice of Mickey. Oh, God, better get out of the sun there, pal. Oh.
You're almost about to have a heat stroke. Good thing you work for me. Glad I'm not there.
You got good insurance. Oh, wait. No, you're part-time.
I'm not the provider. Get the darn Obamacare. Bad News Badger for 50 crowns. You know that those cooling projects were greenlit in the same hours where the excuse for bad attendance was too dang hot. Yeah, I gotta find a way to fix that Florida sun, eh? Calligraph Soulbound for 10. This heat patent sounds to me like a cell phone alarm to buy more $25 bottles of water. Ding, 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 ding. That's exactly right. Mickey's going to come over the phone and be like, would you like to know where you can go buy some refreshments? Because you're getting too hot there, pal.
Yeah, it's and then it's Dasani water, which has sodium in it.
Oh, no, even better, Mick. You'll be like, you don't want to get that cheap water crap, do you? Come on over to the Beacon Barrel. I'll get you some good stuff. $50, you can get you a good sip of alcohol. Come on, pal. Cause it has been 10 minutes. This won't be abused. Disney bottled water stock market is now open. Devion. The Beacon Barrel. They're going to send you there. Thinking Heretic for 2. I'm impressed. Disney is not just throwing shade. They're not throwing shade at all. That's the problem. Snarky for 5. Oh, we got that one. Snarky, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Caligria is out there for 5. Marv, writing. I'm in. Working on a fantasy book as we speak. Only 7,000 words in. Let's get a writing club going.
Only 7,000 words in, man. 7,000 words, that's way more than most people get when they start when they're writing their book. I have talked to so many people who are like, yeah, I'm writing a book. Oh, cool. How many words do you have? Oh, none. You know.
I'm thinking about it. I'm scaffolding right now, okay? I'm scaffolding.
7,000 words, man. You are well ahead of the game.
Absolutely. And Irate is back out there, member for 25 months. Happy birthday, Marv. Enjoy Wilton's Crayola cake.
You know, maybe I'll do a joke writing seminar on that writing place for irate specialists.
And Wilton, he needs it. Well, I don't know if you'll allow. You might expel Wilton in like 5 minutes. All right, folks, we have come to the end. Yet again, another live stream of excellence in the can, where we have explained entertainment in a way that you just won't find anywhere else. Whether it was talking about Katy Perry or whether it was talking about the Avatar: The Last Airbender, we have been on a tear telling you what's really going on about the things we care about. Folks, there's more on the way. It's a happy birthday for Marv, and you need to go subscribe to everything he's doing. Marv, tell the folks out there where you can be found.
The M4 Empire here on YouTube and M4 Empire Gaming. Would love to have you guys over there. M4 Empire Gaming, we just started playing Hogwarts Legacy on the M4 Empire. I got a video dropping in about 15 minutes about the Harry Potter reboot and the potential for female Voldemort. So there you go.
Awesome stuff. And Siani Reese is out there doubling down with a 2. Yes, Writing Club.
Maybe
Let's
I'll
do it.
Maybe I'll start it off as member content, or I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That could be a really cool idea. Sean is only drinking Mountain Valley spring water out there, and I gotta say, I was hooked on that stuff for a while. I love it. Whether it's that or Perrier, bring on the seltzer. I used to hate it, but once I got it to the point I need to be super healthy, I said, you know what? Glass bottles and seltzer water with a little lime, please, with a little lime. Culture, you've got limes, lemons, kumquats, and more. Where do people need to go to get in the door to your content?
You can check me out on the main channel, Culture Casino. You can check.
I'm not checking you out. I will go watch your content, but I've told you for the last time, I'm not checking you out.
Fair
Let
enough.
your
All
wife
right.
do it.
Well, you can check out all my content on the various channels, including the main channel, Culture Casino. The Campione Reacts channel should be back here very quickly, and of course that garden place, which I have to say I'm very proud of. You can also find me sometimes hanging out with M4 Empire or on that game place or many of the other channels here within our sphere. So I just want to say thanks to everybody for subscribing. I'm closing in on 50K, but YouTube is really not promoting me anymore, Pro. I don't know what's going on.
Well, YouTube is finishing up an AI purge, and the last we heard, folks may be finding our stuff much easier in the days ahead. We'll talk about that behind the scenes. But folks, get ready, because tomorrow night you want to be here. We are releasing the brand new video game into early access beta for everybody out there who's a member of the channel. Join us tomorrow night and enjoy the game. We can't wait to deliver to you. How many other channels are doing that, giving you a free video game that they made? Only us, maybe, but it's coming, and it's going to be an exciting time. Folks, we want to say thank you. From the heart, thank you for keeping the dream to stream alive, and we'll see you real soon. One more time, happy birthday, Marv.
Thank you very much.
See you all soon.
When the hate and the shills stole your thrills, then took away your fun. Heroes gone, the stories rocked, and movies turned to mud. But don't give up the battle, 'cause there's a man right by your side. He's winning versus walkies every day. Marvin Montanaro, let's all call on TV.